The layer's a hard place to live. Real hard. Ain't no soft landing nowhere in it. Smiling at you like it already know your name, already in the room when you walk in. That's the slings and arrows, you don't hear them fly, you just feel that sting and wonder where it came from. Whole layer wrapped in dark mystery. Old magic in the walls. Wizards whispering deals they don't keep. Dragons watching from the shadows, counting bodies like loose change. Succubus love looks sweet at first, then you wake up lighter than you went to sleep. Heart tax, soul pawn. It's war out here. Quiet war. Betrayal wears silk and smile real nice. Same cats break bread with you. Be the one selling your name 2 streets over. This whole thing a stone cold trip, baby. No fair fights, no refunds. So whatever shield you walk around with, it better be battle tested. Not shiny. Not shiny. Not fresh out the armory, I'm talking chipped paint. Bent edges. Blood you couldn't wash off even if you tried. Cause the layer don't care how fly you look in your armor. They care what's still holding when the smoke drifts off. If you still here tomorrow, still breathing, still standing on your square, then yeah, you's a bad mother. Shut your mouth.
Layer.
What up, party people? Your dreams have now been fulfilled. Get out your seat and let's get ill. Broadcasting live from the West Coast, Oakland, California, be specific. You are in the layer and I am the night. It's just another one like the other one. It's a continuum of what we were talking about earlier. It said I got 0 people watching me and somebody types something in the chat. How is that possible? It says the vertical side, Jack Bob K4N. He says, dude, far out, guy. Let's get to the shit. We're going to start right. Oh, wait a minute. I wanted to have a little jazzy thing as my background music tonight. So I got to get rid of something. Let's see. Homie, break bread. What you got going? Just me and you. Just me and you is, you know, a fave of a homie. We'll get rid of that. Suit and tie in a response. We still like that. Late night figures. What did that one sound like?
Slide through the night, engine hum low. Oakland breeze got the street lights glow. Palm on the wheel, mind on control. Heart kinda cold, but the vibe still slow. I don't say much, I just let it show. I move quiet, but I run the flow. Eyes on me when I step in the door. They don't know what I've been through before. Silk on the field, but the pressure real. Every smile got a blade concealed. Yeah, love get tricky, loyalty rare. Gotta read energy when they stare. I ain't chasing, I track instead. Keep it player while I dodge the feds. Late night calls got a different tone. That comes through when she all alone. Late night feels, moving through the glow. Everything smooth, but you never know. Heart stay guarded, game stay cold. Soft on the touch, but the soul been froze. Drifting real slow. City whisper secrets I already know. Love feel good, but it come with a cost. One wrong move, everything get lost. Backseat thoughts, front seat game. Different type vibe, we ain't moving the same. She say she feel how I carry the weight, but don't understand what it take to be great. I've been in corners where trust get thin, where smile outside, hide snakes within. With love turn quick to a cold betrayal, and the ones you feed try to write your failures. So I glide like that, no stress in my breath, but it's war inside. I ain't showing that yet. Every step got purpose, every move precise. Had to learn real quick how to read through life. She lean in close, like she know my pain, but she don't know storms that done hit my brain. Still I ride smooth, let the moment breathe, but I never let them get too deep in me. Late night feels, moving through the glow. Everything smooth, but you never know. Heart stay guarded, game stay cold. Soft on the touch, but the soul been froze. Drifting real slow. City whisper secrets I already know. Love feel good, but it come with a cost. One wrong move, everything get lost. Rose play soft, while the night fade out. I wanna be a man. Slide with me real quick. Neon lights.
Yeah, we're gonna get rid of that one. That was a part of that what's his name? Sir Ism package. See, and Sir Ism don't owe me a thing. Nobody owes me anything. But when you say I need a package and I'm finna get right on it. Trying to work out a deal, but y'all don't want to do business. Y'all just want to clown niggas. I don't want to clown on niggas. I want to do some business. That was Late Night Figures. Let's see this one.
Yeah. Late night. Engine still running. Keep it smooth. Windows down. City talking to me. Hey, numbers don't lie, people do. You feel me? Good job. Keep going. Midnight driving, count money in the dark. City lights flicker, but I always play smart. No voice talking, but the weight heavy on the heart. Came a long way. I was hustling from the start. Yeah, leather seats, cocaine, everything precise. Moving real quiet, I don't never roll the dice. If it ain't profit, I don't even think twice. Living like a boss, but it came with a price. Yeah. Windows tinted, feel the bass in my chest. Every move calculated, never moving like the rest. Used to walk blocks, now I'm riding with intent. Every dollar got a story, every scar represent. Stay solid when the pressure tried to fold me. Same ones close, be the ones that don't know me. So I move solo, conversations. Yeah. Ain't no smoke.
Wait a minute. Let's put some respect on the people that be here that work with me. Shout out to No Chase in the building. We're going to give No Chase an emoji. We got to give No Chaser an emoji. How do I do this? I got a wrench. Got to give him an emoji. I just make him another night. Okay. So what's going on, Willing to Win? Yeah, we just starting off tonight. 6 people here. Let me torch them with some of this music. I'm feeling this right now.
Ain't no beef. Ain't even mad at you. I'm just through. I'm cool on you.
No smoke, but I'm through. I'm cool on you. Ain't got nothing left to prove. I'm cool on you. You can do whatever you do. I'm cool on you. No hate, no shade, that's cool. I'm just cool on you. I'm cool. I'm cool on you. No smoke, but I'm through. I'm cool on you. Keep that drama over there. I got better things to do. You can say whatever you want. I'm cool on you.
I heard you been talking, I ain't checking the noise. I'm someone making moves, someone counting my joys. Used to answer every call, now the phone stay quiet. Peace feel better when you finally get to try it. You wanted a reaction, I ain't giving you one. Used to argue all night, now I'm already done. Ain't bitter, ain't salty, ain't stuck in the past. Some people come forever, some people don't last. And that's cool, I ain't tripping at all. You could post what you want, I ain't watching your wall. You could tell your whole side, make me 10 feet tall, or make me the bad guy. I ain't bothered at all, cause my time worth money and my peace worth more. I ain't standing in the rain at a permanently closed door. No revenge in my heart, ain't a thing I pursue. Wish you well from a distance, I'm cool on you. No smoke, but I'm through. I'm cool on you. Ain't got nothing left to prove. I'm cool on you. You can do whatever you do. I'm cool on you. No hate, no shade, that's cool. I'm just cool on you. I'm cool. I'm cool on you. No smoke, but I'm through. I'm cool on you. Keep that drama over there. I got better things to do. You can say whatever you want. I'm cool on you. Look. Too much business on my mind, too much money on the line, too many plays I gotta make. I ain't wasting no time. If it don't add to the mission, I'm subtracting it quick. I learned peace is expensive, so I'm protecting my shit. From the bay with the game, we don't beg, we adjust. When the vibe ain't right, ain't no reason to fuss. You could choose how you choose, I'ma move how I move. Ain't gotta disrespect you just to tell you I'm through. That's grown man business, ain't no scene to create. No sneak dissing online, no revenge, no hate. If I see you outside, I'ma nod and keep stepping. Cause the opposite of love ain't hate, it's indifference. Got plans on plans, got miles to go. New doors cracking open, no one's gotta close. So whatever you heard, whatever you thought you knew, put my name out your mouth, I'm cool on you. I'm cool. That's it. No argument.
I cut through the blocks with my collar up high. Plastic bag on my wrist, and the whole world gone dry. Corner store glass, got a crack like a grin. I keep walking past where the night pulls me in. One more turn, then another one. My feet keep time till the dark is done. Walk me down through the heat and the raw. Walk me down till my shoes know the floor. Late night, my name in the drum. Late night, I keep moving on.
No way around it. Sometimes the streets teach lessons nobody should ever have to learn. Still here. I was just trying to make it through another night, carrying weight that don't ever feel like. Got scars on my soul that I can't disguise. Praying every morning just to see sunrise. I ain't proud of every road I walk,
Some nights the silence louder than my thoughts. If I could change it all, maybe I would. But I did what I knew, trying to make it out the hood. Another candle burning for a name on the show.
I can make a soundtrack for you. Is that Trauma Told You? Yeah, that is Trauma Told You. What's going on, Trauma Told You? We're going to get into the content, right? We'll get into the content. I've been drinking, I've been smoking, I've been drinking, I've been smoking. Oh, I need the background music too. So let me get this all together right quick. We're going to start off on South Walker. Coolin, Live, Pay, and Eric. Shit, I got a lot of stuff on there. Huh? South Walker right there. Share this. Long ago and so far away, I fell in love with you before the second show. And your guitar, and you sound so sweet and near, but you're not really here. It's just the radio. Don't you remember you told me you love me, baby? I'm gonna get rid of that one. Cool song, but it's not for me. You said you'd be coming back this way again, baby. I think I'm gonna mess this right here. Yeah. We're gonna use this as our background music. Sound fly. Now this young lady I saw over there on Adrian Boner and Dina Gray stream, she came in as the more natural girl that was with Sauce Walker. And she was saying that Sauce Walker is American as apple pie. He's a man you can trust. And somehow they've had a difference. Now she on here giving a tell-all. And love that girl. She got her jade on, her nails on. I don't know where it's the all natural stuff is happening, but love on that black woman. But don't listen. A lot of time, don't listen. Love on them, protect them from themselves. Don't put hands on them. Don't delete them. Yeah, I got a very short book. And, she got the lashes on and all of this stuff. She don't need it, but she doing it anyway. But let's listen to this black woman who was supporting this man for a minute. Maybe 2-3 months I saw her with him on his side as an assistant, like Dean with the little whatever nationality this young lady is he messing with. But let's listen.
The whole TSF is that all that dripping and spilling and splash, that's Con. That's basically him saying, I get over on people. He don't like Little Baby. He don't like NBA Youngboy. You are not a pimp because you eating this dick with all the industry don't like you. He was at the warehouse. He was trying to get AP to turn against me.
Shout out to all the networks in the rumination. We are back, and they saying that hell has no fury like.
It don't. That's what they say. Hell has no fury like a woman scorned. That's exactly what's been said. And what I'm saying is, I didn't scorn you, and let's not scorn each other. And if you haven't dealt with the last nigga or childhood traumas, please don't come into my life with that fuck shit. Because it give me limited choices. What is it? A hell or jail? Because you going to let me live? You don't want to see me prosper? You don't want to see me succeed? It's a two-way street. I found love on a two-way street.
Mike D is right here telling y'all the real.
Oh, and TSF member, affiliate, whatever you want to call it, Mike Deasy was in the chat.
Y'all can sit here and act like y'all don't see this. This is his homeboy telling y'all the whole TSF is fucked up. The whole TSF is fucked up. And you want to know what? All that dripping and spilling and splash, that's con. That's basically him saying, I get over on people. I finesse people. I'm dripping. All of that bullshit. Let's talk about it. Furthermore, his house looks a mess because this big baby came through and banged up everything. Deep in the ocean, about to drown. Like, come on. Come on. I'm a grown-ass woman. I'm 25 years old. I do not need that for shit. My life is still continuing. I just got my hair, my lashes, everything done. I don't need a for shit. That need to stop playing when we talk about he got my BBL done. You didn't get shit done. I was in Thailand living my best life, not working for you right before I got my BBL. So how did you give me the money for my BBL? Your sister broke, you broke, your baby mama's in debt, your other baby mama. I ain't even gonna speak on her because she ain't said it about me. So I ain't even gonna speak on her. But just be cool, my nigga. Like, this is trying to be Blueface with his dirty baby mama. And let's talk about it. Didn't even take a break. I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping at all. But you hopped out my and went into this. Y'all dirty as shit. No doctor's visit, no checkup, and she just spreading it open because her baby daddy back ready to talk to her. Because no other gonna take her serious. She been trying. She done little baby. She done for QCP. She done I think she was a little. I don't know for sure. I know she was just talking to him. But this is what I'm saying though. You are not a pimp because you eat.
It's a whole lot of tea though. It's a whole lot of tea though. We listened to I think I pinned the link on the description. Let me make sure it's something right quick. Yeah, I did. I'm ready to cut somebody out this morning. Anybody out there in these YouTube streets wouldn't mind a grumpy old man cussing you the fuck out? Anybody? I want to argue with Rogue C. Rogue C, when you get through doing all that elaborate stuff you're doing, prepping meals and doing cardio and setting up new shows. Let me say this about Rogue C though. Rogue C, you haven't commissioned me to make a song. A song, no graphics, no nothing. I think we all should be collaborating with each other in some form of fashion. And then I want to cuss you and your man out because my handlers told me y'all was blocking people, timing out people for more than 5 minutes. So I got a legitimate reason to cuss y'all too. I'll be gentle because I understand you belong to somebody. The Dean and Adrian Broner thing. Adrian had already said he gonna keep drinking even if he gotta go that way. And he's only 36, 37. And it's like, if he could drink less, he could be cooler with the women and it could be more successful. But he doesn't want to drink 1 or 2 drinks. He want to wake up in the morning tipsy and get lit and then stay lit. He don't want to ever feel like he's coming down. So that's why I gotta go and find him a chair and sit his ass still because he about to overdrink. And then he's still walking. He just did it to a lady tonight. You got to drink the whole thing. She don't even know who you are, crazy man. But it's not though. I'm willing to win. It's not. Listen, willing. I don't know how much. Listen, when they start talking about Saucy Santana, I don't know what's funny. When they start talking about Sydney Star, I don't be seeing what's funny. It's something about when dudes start talking about a bunch of gay shit is giggly shit. What's funny about it? Like they were talking about Young Pharaoh earlier tonight. Young Pharaoh used to say that the black woman is God, and then he was jumping on them. That boy was jumping on women like Tank Williams was. So he can't come back with that. So what he coming back with? He's a woman now. I'm the generations later. I'm generations later of a bunch of fine women. My aunties is good looking. My mama's good looking. My auntie's good. All the women that I know, majority of them, generations of fine women, right? So I know what women's nails looks like. I know what older ladies' wigs look like. I know all the cool stuff. So I know it when I see it. I know when you got a flapper dress on. I know when you're trying to do a 1920s thing when you get the finger waves. I know all that stuff because my grandmother and all of them used to do all of that. I told you that woman had a curio case. Find out what a curio case is and how big it is. She had figurines in there and crystal and china. Yeah, I gotta play this player stuff this morning. Not handlers. The situation was no, I want to argue in person. No, I don't want to read that many words in no damn chat. It's early yet. I got another 2 and some change hours, so I'll be here. Let me listen to this chocolate woman that should be loving somebody and be in love somewhere. Go the fuck off and spill the tea. I'm gonna jump forward a lot of bit because I know she finna talk hella long. 23 minutes of it. All hand movements.
In a different state. He like, you just reminded me. We are in California. He's running through the house yelling. I ain't gonna say the homeboy. The homeboy like, I know where they at. He like, hell yeah, I need them hoes. Oh my gosh, yes, I'm hyped. Let's go get them hoes right now. He like, let's go get them hoes right now. So all of them go in the store. He not even trying to let his homeboys get into the pills. That's how thirsty he is for the pills. He not even trying to let his homeboys get into the pills for their little vibe. He let Bucci get 1 pack, and he let somebody else get another pack. And honestly, that's the problem. None of them niggas around him be telling about himself. That's why when I get to checking, shit's a problem. I don't give a stop playing with me. Yes, he wanted AB to do it with him instead of Dean. Yes. Y'all know he's having secret little side conversations because AB downstairs getting drunk and he down there like, oh, AB might be drunk, but you know what he's talking about. Like that could be his brother, and that still be the truth. All of it is still facts. And let's talk about it. He gonna try to tell y'all that when we was in Dallas, let's talk about it. When we was in Dallas, we was at the gym. We was with rappers, artists, cool. An artist came and sat right beside me. My bro, Mike D. Mind you, let's talk about it. When I quit working for Walk the first time, Mike D was the only person that I was still cool with after the fact. Only person I kept in contact with, only person I was still cool with because that's my dog. Like he said, he stand for the right. He not around niggas sucking no nigga to feel like he got a good part of the game and telling that nigga like all the other goofy ass, broke ass, lame ass niggas. I don't know one sauce nigga that's really having no money. Who's having the money? Where's the money? Anyways, Mike D's the only one I was cool with. So me and Mike D always been cool. That's my dog. Cool. We at the gym. The nigga sit beside me. I'm like, I already know how this nigga is. I'm scoot over towards my brother. I'm talking to him. We vibing, we laughing, whatever, cool. So after the gym, this nigga acting up weird and frantic and all type of weird ass. So I'm like, oh, let's go get some food. Mike D like, I'm about to go to this spot. He like, oh, I want to go wherever you going. I want to go wherever you going. So he like, okay, come on, we gonna go. So the place Mike D want to go is close. So we go to my spot. We pull up in the parking lot. He like, oh, this perfect. He tells Mike, cut the camera on. He gonna say to Mike D, what you trying to put my bitch on? Huh? You trying to put my bitch going on? Like, let me know, is this your bitch or is this my bitch? Huh? Then the nigga pulls up a picture on his phone that he took of me and Mike D sitting beside each other. He took a picture of us sitting beside each other and then showed it like, look at y'all. Nigga, it's a whole nigga, stranger ass nigga that I do not know. It's a whole stranger ass nigga that I do not know sitting right beside me.
Yeah. What's today? It's hump day, huh? Drip. Let's get over the hump. I'll do it, baby.
Come on in.
Grand rising queen, shine like you mean, forever made.
You are everything.
Rogue C.
Good morning, Nightish.
Good morning, Rogue C.
Let me know if I'm good and clear. I'm on my walk right now.
Oh, you're on your walk. Okay. Why don't y'all just be other royalty positions and change some of the rules?
Okay, so again, it wasn't a matter of
No, that's the
wanting-
past. I don't want to talk about the past. No. We got to look at the future.
I know, but I also don't want grudges being held by anyone
Grudges
else.
is for homosexuals. I'm a hetero.
You didn't tell me if I'm clear first, sir.
You sound crystal clear.
Okay. I mean, listen, I gotta talk to the man of the house about what he
Yeah,
wants
talk
to
to
do.
him. Talk to him. You could be the queen, because his queen is $50, and he could be a rook or a knight, or well, he can't be a bishop. Those are already bought. Yeah, he could be a rook or something, a royalty position, and just change the rules. If you want it to be more than 5 minutes, those are old rules, and we'll just write it all up and put on the community page, and those will be the set rules. Yesterday, the king changed the rules. Now you can be banned for $500. Banned and
Ooh.
never come back.
Forever. 500 for forever? Wow.
Yeah, forever, ever.
Dang. All hail the king, I guess. Jeez.
Pretty much.
I mean, listen, I'll talk to him because, yeah, we do. Listen, I started a new job and everything, new position and all that. So even with my own streams have been kind of.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
With that, just do uploads and be a little bit more direct without a lot of cuts.
What do you mean with the cuts?
I'll be looking at some people uploads and you can see all the places where they edited.
Mm.
They like set a sentence and stop. They like you know how rappers call it punching it in.
Mm-hmm.
They'll say a sentence and they say stop right there. They think about it and they say another sentence, punch that in. That's not really rapping. That's just punching it in. Some people do their YouTube videos like that.
Honestly, I'm trying to figure out which one is harder, the lives or the edited content. The edited content seems to take longer for me.
Yeah, so if you do the lives, then you could get a what they call it, a virtual assistant.
Besides, like, because right now chat helps me with a lot of stuff.
No, I'm talking about for like you see my shorts. That's why I don't do that many of them. I'm flying in this short. I'm swimming in this short. I'm on a motorcycle. It's a lot. It's not just a clip of the show. They got a funny looking thing over. So like even Witch Doctor got his apes over his shorts.
Okay.
They kind of stylized. So your thing is the book, right? The confessions, the love confessions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we would just put those things over the shorts.
Okay, so the branding side of things.
Yeah, branding and asking people to subscribe.
Listen, the mister is saying he is looking for a tutor or a teacher for me so I can learn this AI stuff. So
you can learn that off YouTube though. Tutorials.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so far self-taught. Obviously, you can tell with a lot of the stuff I do, but you know, I'm having fun while learning. But he's been getting on my butt about the music. So since he wants the music, he needs to talk to you.
No. That I do that for a cheap tutorial too. I don't care about who knows how I do mine.
I mean, no, like you said though, if people are actually really willing to work with each other, you know, that's how me and him actually like to operate.
Yeah.
The drama and stuff, it's fun, it's cute, but it's not gonna last.
Well, it got to be. It's got to be genuine. I think a lot of whatever these so-called beastmen happen has been manufactured.
Half and half.
Listen?
A lot of people.
Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. After about the age of 25, I didn't care who was sleeping with who.
That's what I was saying. A lot of people are a little more sensitive than you would think in this space.
Yeah, I that was early for me.
There's the idea of belonging, loyalty, the whole clique mindset is like high school. It's very much like high school in this space, no matter how old these people are.
Do you like it?
Absolutely not. I hate high school. Why would I like it as a grown adult?
If you could get ahead of it, would you like it?
I mean, for the most part, I've just ignored it, which is something I didn't do in high school.
I think you keep doing them super panels and you move around and you show yourself a certain kind of way and you get. I'm a virtual assistant. If anybody looking for that, also, yeah, to edit up some stuff and do you some stuff that's like 12 to 20 minutes. That's from your long form stuff because you got a lot of good clips up in your stuff you already have.
Yeah, I'm working on that. Shout out to StreamYard with their tool, their clipping tool, and for the stuff that I can't catch, I usually use Opus.
Did you use any of the free ones you got?
What do you mean the free ones?
They had a time when you started StreamYard, they gave you like I don't remember how many free AI.
Yeah, I think you get like 25.
Okay, did you use those?
Yeah, and it renews every month. Usually, like I said, I try to go through my clips and everything, but it's also like when I do the super panels or other people's panels, unfortunately, I have to use Opus because it's not my work. But luckily, everyone I've been working with so far is really cool, really chill. They just say tag them and collab with them.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Hey, M Mills, good morning. We just started. She's going on a run. I'm waking and baking. So shout out to everybody. We're gonna get back to it. This young lady I just wanted to say that to Rogue. But this young lady is a lady who was with the Texas rapper Sauce Walker over there with Adrian Bronner and Dean the Great, saying how great he was, and he was talking about how pure she is and blah blah blah. And now she's spilling tea like is lava.
So what do you think about all these tell-alls? What do you think the women are getting out of this?
They could be working together. It could be a tandem, something.
Even because I'm looking at it and I'm like, these are people that I wouldn't say are connected, like the Yada guy and his chick. I'm wondering, is this supposed to be like a resurgence of the version?
He has a following
of a Me Too.
Yeah, he has a following, and to me, I watched this guy named I think his name is JT Pocket Watching. He didn't expose all of them in some form or fashion. Yada, but they have a following. They're charlatans.
That is true, because I've been looking into doing either a pre-record or a show about the good guy grift. But I'm just wondering, is this like a resurgence of this year's Me Too movement?
Nah. If he physically assaulted her, everybody should be opposed to that.
Yeah, but we know people aren't, and that technically was what the Me Too movement started with. But we were supposed to get the bad people out.
Right, but a lot of Me Tooers was making up stuff. They abused the situation.
Okay, I see what you mean by that. I don't know.
I mean, and that's the thing. The pendulum swings so far that way that you be like, wait a minute, and then the next thing they do, they swing it too far this way. They don't know how to be in the middle.
No, never. There's never such thing as balance or harmony. But also, a lot of people have realized there's an addiction to being a victim. Being a victim is actually kind of just like clout, I guess. It's like you said, the pendulum on another side. Being a victim and getting the clout of being a victim is no different than being infamous or being famous.
I don't like being a victim, and I don't like listening to victims. I like to try to be a shoulder, in a moment if something crazy happens. Yeah. I'm gonna support you and say, yeah, I'm messing with her else. But it's hard for me because I'm close to the edge too. A lot of us are. So your problems could drag me down when I'm kind of okay.
Yeah, that's true. But do you think it's unfair? Because do you think in history Black women never really got to be a victim? And I'm just asking.
Do I believe that Black women never got to be a victim?
We never got, even though things were happening to Black women had to, especially older generations of Black women, kind of had to just grin and bear it or go through with it.
No, because everything that they went through, we hear about somehow, some way, like folklore. Granddaddy used to whip grandma ass. That's why grandma never said nothing to him. Well, why Junior look like the mailman? Well, why? because they was just doing everything. They was wild and crazy country folks. They came in as a wild and crazy city folks.
Mm-mm. Okay.
Listen, people was
Um,
eloping and doing who knows what, having babies super young. It was all kind of crazy stuff going on. I don't know, but history tells us it wasn't perfect then, but it was better than it is now.
better how though? I know. I'm sorry. I don't mean to derail the conversation, but
Better because no. Tonight the show is called "I'm Coolin." Uh, Better because families were together. We can live in a multi-generational house and people have respect for each other.
even
We
if that meant dad was popping mama in the mouth and mama was sleeping with the mailman.
I think the violent niggas is a minority and they ain't all that tough. And the ones that are tough enough is an even smaller minority.
Hmm.
People got brothers and uncles and like I said, the women in my families are like pretty girls, and it's more women than it is boys in the family. Did nobody chunk one on one of my and a couple of them is just gonna shoot you themselves.
See, now that you also said the pretty girl, I'm also wondering. I've been getting a lot of pushback about the pretty girl or the girl who enjoys the girly things, hair, makeup, nails, lashes, all that. I don't know what's up with all that hate towards women doing women things. I've always thought adornment was part of being a woman.
I thought that was more like a girl wanting to be a woman. She's playing, trying to act like mom. When I was into all these things that young women are doing, old women did. Like if you young and you got good skin, what's all the makeup for? If you drinking your water, you eating properly, why is you using the right oils? You're not washing your hair every day, ripping all the natural oils out. What is making you look depleted?
So, from a beauty professional's point of view, people are doing it wrong. People are overdoing it.
No. I'm talking about the person who just has enough water, has enough sheen in their skin, just the natural. What is making people look? I see young. This is crazy. Let me say something crazy to you. I'm 56. I see women in their 40s. Their eyes look white. They look healthy. They look energetic. They all. And I see younger ladies with the white part of their eyes kind of yellow, like it's jaundice or something.
They're doing every type of drinking, drugs known to man at this point. Everybody's trying to cope with something in this generation.
And they say
also
this
think
is
it's
the
fun.
yeah, but they also say this is the softest generation ever. With all the crime we hear about, they say crime levels are down everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
While at the same time saying somebody got shot here, somebody got shot there, somebody got shot here. Numbers is down now.
But what's the old fashioned saying? Good times make weak men.
Yeah.
I mean,
It make weak people.
Yeah.
It make weak communities.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say, it's not just about the men. My grandmother told me straight up, and I had to laugh when she said this. This is the fattest generation of women she's ever seen.
Yeah. When I was younger, it wasn't that me. It was like rare to see a fat girl.
Mm-hmm. And that's also why a lot of generations are able to age more gracefully, in my opinion.
And this is the craziest thing what I'm about to tell you right now, bro. See,
go for it. Mm-hmm.
I used to always talk about will when I was younger. We do all these push-ups and burpees and squats and dips. We work it out like monsters, right? We crazy and wild. I used to laugh at fat people, and then I got fat.
The irony, yes. But again, it kind of, when you stop moving as much, it makes sense. For my generation, people in their 30s, for people younger than me, it is a little off. Especially when I start seeing very much obese children, not just a little chunky, but just straight up obese.
Yeah.
Like, obviously we know they're pumping up the food, they're making the food taste better so you crave it more. There's really just a food addiction situation, right? But I was talking.
That shit is disgusting.
A lot of the food actually is crap. It really is. It's artificially made. It tastes terrible. But, people live for the convenience of it all. But I was talking to somebody, and I'm like, I grew up in a generation where we had so many dystopian society type of books, and every time there was a rebellion, it was because those people were starving.
Wait. Don't do that. You was so you was born in the 2000s?
90s, late 90s.
Okay. So do you understand that we had Pink Floyd and Ozzy Osbourne and all that freaky rock funk music with the you got an echo.
Oh, sorry.
That freaky rock funk music, demonic sex. That's when The Exorcist came out and Carrie. That shit was so demonic.
Yes, but that's horror. What we had was, and not to say that your generation didn't, because I grew up, in school they had us read Fahrenheit 451, The Giver, all those type of books. But I'm saying once our generation kind of started getting the young adult writers, we had The Hunger Games, The Maze Runner. We had all these dystopian books, Divergent, all these type of books that turned into movies. And the point I was just making was, in all these books, society was starving. And that's how rebellion was able to happen. So I'm noticing now they're keeping society fed and fat so you don't rebel. You stay complacent. You shut the hell up.
So you think the less a man eats, the more masculine he is?
I mean, they say a lot of overweight men have boobs. So
what do the boobs do to him?
Are
Is too much? Is it too much? Is it too much estrogen?
Fat and estrogen. I mean, respectfully, we know women were supposed to have a certain amount of fat percentage because that's how they got the booty, the boobies, and all that. But even women have taken that way too far, because now we're calling obesity, oh, she's thick.
No, obesity is obesity.
Yeah.
Like I told a girl that I was talking to probably about a year ago, I like big girls. She stopped talking to me. I'm like, you didn't think you was a big girl?
The whole, BBW trend and all that, yeah, that has kind of, and it's not to say that people at any size shouldn't have confidence, but once your health is at question, is it worth it? Is it worth being whatever you think the aesthetic is? Because I get it.
Wait. Worth what? Worth what?
Men saying that they like you thinking that the aesthetic fits or whatever.
Some dudes do like BBWs.
But you also do know that there are men who are actually, that's a kink.
Yeah.
For a lot of men.
Yeah, some girls don't mind being a kink for dudes. Some of them girls be dominating them dudes.
Right, but have you heard about like theaterism and stuff like that?
Theaterism?
Yeah.
I gotta ask Cellulite about it.
We're talking about a kink that is so detrimental to people's health. Because now you're talking about people who are in the 300 to 500 pound range.
Yeah.
Women. So these women are like 5 foot nothing. And they
have you seen Dream Doll flirting with Pudgy?
No, I don't
Pudgy
know.
Gotta be faux. Pudgy gotta be faux and change.
So Nidus, you don't think that's problematic?
For a man to be that fat and still get some vagina?
For anyone to be that fat.
It just shows you that women can love you for more than just your size.
Okay.
Now he might not live long, but while he living.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, a lot of people could.
Hey, Frank Sinatra had a famous song. I don't know if you know about it, Rose. See, do you know Frank Sinatra?
Of course, Nidus, I do. Yes.
Well, what's one of his most famous songs that he's famous for?
That
would be apropos for this discussion.
I can't think of the name. I hear the melody. I can't think of the name. But I could be
wrong.
You
know he did Love and Marriage for Married with Children, right?
Mm-hmm.
So one of his other favorite songs is I Did It My Way.
My Way. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could hear the melody. Yes.
Yeah. Some fat people like eating their chitlins.
Chitlins is
They
crazy.
hog head cheese and whatever disgusting part of the pig. Like me, I wouldn't, if I saw a beautiful Muslim lady and I understand, I wouldn't want to make that woman foul. I eat pig, that's against her, whatever. I'll leave that lady alone.
You wouldn't change for her?
She wouldn't change for me either.
See, I don't know. I kind of disagree with that.
No, she should stay Muslim.
Right. But I'm saying we do know that women are a little more willing to adapt to a man's lifestyle than a man is willing to adapt to her lifestyle. Like, I don't know if you caught the
I don't know all the numbers, but my understanding is a lot of these dudes are living in that substandard living and just selling a little bit of weed or something.
You don't think the women are adapting to that lifestyle?
Yeah, but what is it to adapt to? He's costing her.
Exactly, but that's still her adapting. She's trying to fill in the gaps. But even when I don't know if you saw all of it. I know you were in the chat when I was out there with Red Lipstick Vibes in their panel, and Smell the Roses and I had a little back and forth about.
Were you simulcasting?
Yeah.
Okay, so I went to your thing first, and then I saw I was over on her, so I went and hit her. Like, I didn't stay in nobody's chat for long. I just hit everybody who I saw simulcasting.
We appreciate you. But there was a little back and forth where we were talking about, if a woman ends up getting a diagnosis of hypertension, diabetes, or anything like that, trying to force that on her husband to make a lifestyle change was unfair. And I brought up the fact, well, I don't think that's true, because when women do it, I actually had, my ex-husband was a diabetic. And most of the stuff I eat now is sugar-free because I've just become accustomed to it.
Yeah. That's a conversation about commitment and understanding. And it ain't going to hurt either person.
Right.
So, yeah, you're supposed to be working with your partner to make it easier for them.
I agree. And see, that was the thing that was so confusing to me, because I'm thinking that if women are willing to adjust to a man's lifestyle change, why can't a man adjust to hers? And it was women who were telling me I was wrong. So I appreciate you for saying that.
Well, I was raised by women. So that could have something to do with it. Yeah, so on my mother's side, my mother only has a sister and an adopted brother. On my father's side, he has 12 siblings, and 8 of those siblings are women.
So do you feel that took masculinity out of you, or that deprived you of masculinity?
I think that a man determines what masculinity is. Some men will tell you just being barbaric is masculine. If I could bash your skull in and fight whatever else, that's masculine. So I got friends to this day that like me because they seen me fighting, but they don't realize I stopped fighting like when I was 23.
So do you feel, where would the healthy harmony or balance of masculinity be? What's the masculinity sweet spot?
If you have a family,
sure.
I think you should know jiu-jitsu. I think you should know boxing, and I think you should go to the range. You should have a healthy diet that you teach your family. I think early in life, you got to choose either the military, college, or a trade. And if you choose a trade, you got to be able to understand how to scale in that trade. You should not stay a worker. You should be a boss at some point.
Okay. I can understand that. So, where does being raised by women, for a lot of men, because that's a lot of men's reality, how does that come into play?
I think it's plenty of successful women that understand exactly what it is to be successful. I know women that know how to put their sons around the right men when it comes to the boxing, the right men when it comes to the jiu-jitsu, the right men when it comes to going to the range, that'll take them out hunting, that'll take them out fishing. They move in those circles. When you become successful, I believe successful people help other successful people. You just have to be able to fit in them circles. But people that like me, I'm an asshole. I don't even try to fit in circles. In fact, in my city, the reason why I have so many relationships is because of my wife. If it was up to me, I wouldn't even talk to these people.
I got
And some of them have some pretty cool positions if you into politics like that.
So do you think, because, I'm also always thinking from the hood rich mentality as well, right? So obviously that's why a lot of moms get their sons in football, basketball, and all that.
Yeah. But you
So,
gotta,
Mhm.
if you like for example, if you a black mom in Oakland, California, where I'm at, I got family members that's a part of the 100 Black Men, right?
Mhm.
If they recommend a coach, if they recommend a jujitsu, all those dudes are part of a fraternity, and they're gonna mentor you, they're gonna guide you, they're gonna put you in the right position. I think I can look at the Nation of Islam like that also. So the Fruit Islam dudes, they train them, they change them. Certain organizations, they just know how to get that done.
Because I was going to ask, what about Boy Scouts? Do we try to go back and trust Boy Scouts? What do we do?
If you get men that are going there, but the issue is that men don't want to go in there because of rumors and whatever else. So I was in there the whole time my kids was there, and there was other men in there. So when we started hearing this crazy stuff, the thing that was crazy about our camp is the Boy Scout leader was a lady, and the Cub Scout leader was a man. So you really can't really go out camping without a family member what else when you're younger. And then when you get older, because you like 16, 17, 18, then you can go out as a boy. You don't necessarily need your family. But we were around our kids the whole time. And it doesn't take much for, media to change people's mind and say, no, the Boy Scouts are just gay. I don't think so. I wouldn't defend the Catholic Church.
I was going to say, it wasn't a YMCA situation with the Boy Scouts. They were saying that it was more Catholic Church.
And then with the YMCA thing, when I heard that song when I was younger, I didn't know what it was saying. I know what it's saying now.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. This stuff has always been around. Like somebody was saying something about Prince the other day. And I'm like, listen, why do y'all just point at Prince? Okay, maybe Prince was extra flamboyant with it. But I'm saying, what's the difference between Prince and Rick James? They say, what do you mean? Rick James had a glitter braided wig on. and foundation and rouge and knee-high hooker boots with rhinestones.
There's a album that Prince did, not under his name, but under a drag persona, allegedly, that people like to go based off of.
Oh, well, did he have to do that? On Dirty Minds, he was in a trench coat and fishnets. I mean, he was doing all kind of crazy stuff the whole time we knew the brother.
But I'm
Voice
saying
was
that's
high.
kind of the reason why they kind of do that with Prince. And I guess, they always say that men like that, even though they could have the bad bees around them, those women are beards, allegedly.
So let's go along with that. Where's the dudes that was banging him? Because Prince been gone.
I mean, allegedly, the woman that allegedly was with Whitney didn't come out until after she passed away.
Right. So where's all the dudes that was banging Prince?
Maybe dead. maybe
Nah, hell no. Hell no. That would be too perfect. Somebody got to tell all book about the time. And I just don't believe it. I just think he was a freaky dude. I think he was doing, like I said, I believe Prince was an amalgamation of like Little Richard, James Brown, Sly Stone. He was like because he played every instrument. He was just a little bit of everybody. I think the same thing about Michael Jackson.
But they even
His
said
little
that with,
Sammy Davis and
Luther. Where are the men that apparently were with Luther? If you want to ask that question.
Well, Luther was kind of obvious.
But has anyone come out?
I haven't really thought about it or looked at it, but I'm positive somebody was a really, really good friend of his that's telling a story.
No, I might do some research, see if there's some Luther Vandross tell-all books.
Well, don't stop there. Go with Freddie Jackson, too. Let's see what else. Luther, Freddie Jackson. Who's that dude that sing "We Don't Have to Take Our Clothes Off to Have a Good Time"?
I know the song. I don't know the name.
Well, whoever dude is, yeah. I know one of them. I used to listen to a group called Intro.
Wasn't he the Shalimar guy?
We don't have to take our clothes off.
Was that the dude from Shalimar, or was that someone else?
The song I just sang, or some other song?
The song you were singing. I thought
No,
one
no,
of them.
no, no, no. That's not Shalimar. Shalimar is Howard Hewitt and Jeffrey Daniels and friends. What's her name? Jodie Watley.
Listen, I just know the music.
Yeah. The dude that sing "We'll Have to Take Our Clothes Off" is not Howard Hewitt or Jeffrey Daniels.
Okay,
No.
I didn't know because I could have sworn I thought one of them had a solo hit too.
Howard Hughes has a lot of hits outside of Shalimar. Jodie Watley has a couple hits out of Shalimar.
Come on,
But
I know
everybody back then was kind of androgynous.
I mean, that was the style of the 80s, though. I get that. That's why I find it hilarious when people talk about this generation, that generation, and all that, because every generation had the little freak people. Some people who are outside the social norms.
But it was kind of low key,
Was it?
underground, a little bit, yeah.
Madonna, was it?
What was about Madonna?
Madonna had her own androgynous phase as well, too.
Well,
She wasn't
girls
always
looking
making-
like boys, does that count?
Yes, that's still yes. The only one that I can say that kind of kept it. No, I think Cyndi Lauper had her androgynous time too.
I always thought Cyndi Lauper was a lesbian.
See, there you go. Why? Because some girls just want to have fun.
No, just watching her. I've seen her act and everything.
The woman who sung "Hey Nikki, you're so fine, you blow my mind." Hey Nikki.
Yeah,
She had her little face too.
Lesbian. No, none of them was a phase for me. Back when I was younger, I was into like Chaka Khan and what's her name? I just thought she was kind of white acting. Donna Summer, Patrice Rushen. I was into like natural girls that had beads in their hair and barrettes and all that kind of stuff.
See, that's why I'm like, I don't know, because maybe Whitney was just an easy target. So maybe that's why the whole little.
Well, when they first brought Whitney out, she was like a white girl just in blackface. That was Clive Davis thing. She was supposed to be like a popcorn bubblegum. And she just sang so hard. It was like, why are they bringing her out like that? It didn't even fit.
I mean,
it's like it's trying to make Patti LaBelle be in that stuff because they try to do that with Patty too, and that shit was like, right. What? This is all.
Even with white women, they did that. They did that with Britney. If people actually listen to Britney Spears' real voice, you would know that she was supposed to be like Christina Aguilera, but they were like, oh well, because we have Christina, we got to make Britney the softer version. They do that all the time with women. Britney Spears is a belter.
Y'all gotta stand up.
But everybody, it's also people do like what they can to be famous. What are you willing to do to get the fame that you want?
Yeah, sell out. Coon out. Like I heard somebody tell me the other day, they can't stand Fantasia. I was like, Fantasia really had to struggle to win that thing.
Mm-hmm.
She literally had to fight to win that. And it's crazy. People don't like to see people succeed for some reason.
Because it feels like what stopped them. Because you have to ask the question, what stopped you from succeeding? If you're hating on somebody who succeeded, you eventually have to ask, well, what stopped me from being successful? And that's why when you talk about being a hater, that's the whole situation of what a hater really is.
Or take a breath, take off your shoes and socks, go walk outside in the grass and in the dirt, look in the sky and say, is this it for me, or can I do something a little bit more than this? They got courses online for certificates. It's like 2 months. 4 months.
Why would I do that when I can just become a faceless troll in somebody's chat and I can troll and spam and all that and get all my anger out that way? Why would
it ain't no money in it?
But it makes me feel better.
Yeah, yeah. If you about your feelings, then just get a machine and hook up yourself like Neo was in the Matrix. Just let the Matrix use your energy because you don't need to move around.
Are you gonna be doing a longer show today, Nightish, or is today gonna be another short day?
No, I do. I'm doing shows twice a day now. I'm gonna do this one probably ended at around 6, and I'll probably be back around 1.
Okay, I'll be back if you're still going.
Okay.
Started. Thank you for having me.
Bye,
We'll talk.
Roasty.
We'll talk.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all. This lady act like she was attacked or tortured by working with Sauce Walker. Like she couldn't get no clout from being with Sauce, being over there with AB, being over there with Dean, being over there with Sauce Brother, being over there with Bang. She on some of the livest stuff ever. And now she telling Dean can't bring her back. Sauce can't bring her back. That's some demonic shit that you was with. You went and danced with the devil and thought that you changed him. No, he changed you. Listen, y'all. I need some support on the channel. I need y'all to hit that like button. Damn, y'all ain't hit a super chat. Y'all ain't became a member. What's going on, SD? I don't like that y'all want to see me sink. Moderators, please read the chat at all times. We need mods on the vertical side and the landscape side. We do both of them. I've been doing pretty good on the vertical side lately too. The numbers is looking good on the vertical side. It's probably a third of what I get on the landscape side, but shout out to them. Did I say anything to Lightning URL or URI or whatever the F this is? Let me highlight this. I'm inside your house. And the thing is, Lightning JR1. There we go. I got your name right. I wouldn't give a fuck if you was in my house. Do something, pussy.
That's what I just sit there instead of scooting over. Like, what the type of weird ass time is you on, bitch? For real. Yes, that's another thing. As soon as he said all that stuff about F Jesus and F God, the first thing he woke up and posted was, the first thing he posted was, man, mental health awareness, because he knew that the internet was about to get on his ass. He knew the internet was about to get on his ass. That's the first thing you talk about, man, mental. Bro, that nigga is very calculated and evil, and so is Bambi. She'll tell you herself, y'all be taking my crying too seriously. Like, she used that woman to her advantage. Sneaky ass, evil ass, dirty ass, slut ass. What? I became a red flag once you see, bro.
The name of this show, the watermark on there says the Rumor Nati Network. We're going to leave that alone. We're going to leave that where it is. The Rumor Nazi. Check out that. Ain't that something? We're going to remove that. We're going to put that link right there in the description. Got a double tap. Put it in the description. I'm Coolin, baby. Paste. And then we're going to go over here. And so that young lady was with Sauce Walker. as his representative of being real. Coming back to say that he's into demonic stuff, humiliation rituals, and all of the stuff. Now let's go back over to LA Project Channel, where she pretty much, I could be wrong, she can come up and say what it meant, but it sounds like she's saying most of you niggas is gay anyway. I could be wrong, but it sounds like it to me. Y'all listen and tell me if y'all hear something different.
Yeah, that happens when parents are too busy doing grown stuff. Yeah, exactly. I always had a vacation Bible school, you know what I'm saying? You're going to stay with your boring ass, predictable grandparents who, you know, I mean, bedtime is at 8:30, 9 o'clock type shit. Like, you got to have supervision, man. What's up, H&M? A water ice. That sounds hilarious. A water ice. Come on. This is really making me mad, y'all. I'm mad at myself right now. Because that was a good clip. I'm still looking, y'all. What else? Yeah, I mean, I wonder how many people are actually having conversations with their kids. You know what I'm saying? Because we would like to call ourselves progressive in 2026. You know, a lot of parents, they brag that they don't spank their children and this, that, and the third. But are y'all educating them and having those tough conversations when it's, you know what I'm saying? So your kids will know what's what before somebody can teach or show them something. I hope so. If people are, you know, to the point where, you know, they know that it's a better way of getting their point across or showing some type of discipline besides whooping their kids' ass, I hope that they know that they can talk to their kids about, you know, the touch me nots and teach them about their body and, you know what I'm saying, teach them to snitch if anybody even tries to violate. You feel me? Teach them to snitch when a babysitter acts inappropriate. I hope that you guys are having those conversations as well, man. That's a lot for a kid to deal with on their own. And that's not when you should.
Maybe I'm just old. Maybe they stopped doing it. But I've been hearing about that shit my whole life. This is your wee-wee. This is your pee-pee. Nobody's supposed to touch your wee-wee or your pee-pee. Have y'all stopped doing that? This is your private parts. Y'all stop doing that? Is that something that people have to be taught to do again? People be like, Nightish, what is your advice? I don't have no advice. I'll tell you this, though. All the old shit works. How do you know it works? Your motherfucking ass is here. How we know it works is you're here. Somebody banged, had you, raised you to fruition, and now here you are old. They're talking about what all you didn't have. You here, though. If your brain can semi-function, I listened to Erica Williams for years say the dumb motherfuckers got money. And I say, how is that? Teach me the trick, because I don't think I'm completely dumb. Why can't I figure it out? Why can't most people figure it out if dumb motherfuckers have businesses and have money and get loans and do all this other shit? Tell me what's the answer. Give me the shortcut. How much does it cost to get the shortcut? Because I swear I've been listening to that woman for Texas tell me, these motherfuckers don't be smart. They got apartment buildings. They smart enough to have a damn an apartment building. I don't know what people want.
Get upset with them, you know what I'm saying, or invalidate them or whatever. Because I get it. A lot of people don't want to talk about that shit. But just like Rusa just said, man, when adults want to be more into their own adult interaction, their own adult thing, more than being a parent and more than being a supervisor, like, you're going to have to take them L's, man. You made a mistake and you wasn't as, you know, on top of your game as you should have been, and something happens, it's your job to make sure that child is right. Make sure they're good. Make sure they find, somebody they can talk about if they need to talk to, a therapist or whatever. That's not the time to be getting mad. definitely not the time to be getting mad. But it's
again, I'll say this for the people in the back that ain't hearing. Before the age of 25, you can blame your mom, you can blame your dad, but after the age of 25, you in a whole new life. I don't blame my father for shit. It's too fucking old. I don't blame my mother for shit. It's too fucking old. I can tell you what it was, but it's too old to be what I'm gonna go do. It's too old. When somebody take you back to it and go, do you know what that was when this happened? And then you go, okay, that's right. That is what it was. Don't you feel you need to? No, I don't feel. I don't want to talk about nobody with this shit. I want to move on with life. What the fuck would I want to go backwards for? But that's just me. That's just me. What Michael say, I'm not like other guys.
a lot of people, you know, when something, like I said, happens a little too early in a sexual way, a lot of parents, they get mad at their children and they wonder why their kids don't want to tell them shit. It don't work that way. Needless to say. Wow, this really pisses me off. I think it's out here, y'all. I keep saying that, but I swear this time. Ooh. Oh, I found it. Thank you for your patience, y'all. Thank you for your patience. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up. And this is, like I said, this is a conversation that Saucy Santana and his mom was having on Love and Hip Hop, I believe on the first season for them, when his character was introduced. And just kind of like giving his, opinion and just telling her how she felt about how he felt about his childhood and things like that and the things that happened to him. So let me get this pulled up because I knew. I'm glad I kept on looking, you know what I'm saying? Because I did find it. Let me get this pulled up before I lose it again. Okay. All right. So this is entitled Saucy Santana and his mother talk about his childhood trauma. Says he holds no grudges. Let me make sure this is showing up okay. Let me make it full screen since we took this long to find it. I want to make sure that y'all can see it. All right.
Some of the abusers admitted their part in the entire ordeal, but the one predator blamed my son. Like a 9-year-old would want to be violated by an older cousin in that kind of way. I truly believe this situation opened the door to change my son's sexuality.
What did y'all do with the older cousin? No. Is an older cousin still coming to the family reunions? And y'all saying that happened a long time ago? Why this man here believes he's a woman because what his older cousin did to him?
But getting of the innocent stolen.
Families don't talk about it. I think that family's sweeping under the rug.
Do you still know the person? Are they still like the family member?
I'm past it. Like, I don't have no grudges. It could be because I grew up in it. It could be because I was groomed or manipulated.
So you kept doing it after the situation happened?
Yeah, this was like from
old, so
9 to like 16.
Yeah.
Damn.
Today, I don't have no.
Whew. All right. So not only this happened from the ages of 9 to 16, this was a cousin that did this to him. A cousin that they probably still, is probably still walking around free, and they might.
It's a real thing. I don't understand why them people are protected or allowed around. That's sick shit you going along with. Oh yeah, when your son was 9, remember you used to let your 17-year-old cousin take care of him? He was graping him. How do you just move on from that? This family. How do you just move on from that? That's psychological and physical.
Actually see or encounter from time to time. Ooh, the pathology, I swear, sometimes the Black families be killing me, man. Like, they be killing me. Like, there's more than just the mamas who make these boys, effeminate and this, that, and the third. How about the male family members that take advantage of their young male cousins? Like, are you sure that's not a part of the conversion process? Like, we got to think about this all the way around the board. You know what I mean? And we have to think about the influence, period. I get it. Like I said, there's some people who just, their schedules and everything, they don't have the time and they don't have the money at the same time. They're trying to, work. They're trying to get the money so they can have some time, take them on vacation, this, that, and the third. You got to trust them with somebody, right? And we always want to think that we can trust our family members. But even when it comes to them, we got to start thinking a little bit, we got to start thinking a little bit more instead of what's convenient for us. Or take them, if we need to go to the store, we need to go somewhere, to the bank or whatever. It's okay. Let your kids go with you and teach them how to conduct themselves in public. Teach them how to calm their ass down. You know what I mean? We're going somewhere professional. We're going somewhere quiet. We're going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't always have to leave them with somebody just to handle your business as an adult. My kids used to go down there everywhere with me. And it wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, yeah, they, sat in car seats and stuff like that. But shoot, you get you a nice double stroller, whatever, you make that shit happen. You take them with you. Nobody watched my kids for real until they were old enough to go to preschool, because I had to go back to work at that time. You know what I'm saying? Didn't work for about, until they're about 3 or 4 years old, but shoot, gotta, still gotta make sure that Christmas and everything else was doing right. So it's like, yeah, when they were ready to go to preschool, but that's after, like I said, I had those conversations with them. They were old enough to talk to me in case something happened. They had, they had the knowledge. They knew, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can talk to mom about anything type shit, or, if this happens, or when somebody shouldn't be doing this and somebody should be, I'll let them know all of that stuff. And
I think when we have these discussions, we shouldn't be this. I mean, you can't be this personally connected to it, but no, that standard should be kind of like normalized, and it should be what everybody is on. But somehow we let a minority of people go, they be all in my business. I don't fuck with such and such. And I'm not fucking telling all my business. And now don't nobody fuck with nobody. Don't nobody trust nobody. And now your kids is over, you don't know whose house. You can't track them down. They got we're imploding and exploding while being attacked, and it being attacked from the inside. We're getting hit from every direction right now. Young versus old, man versus woman, light versus dark, dumb versus smart. Every way we own each other. We own each other. We own that.
Sometimes it does come at a sacrifice, I took years off in terms of working just to make sure that they were, we had them covered. If I wasn't watching them, then their dad was watching them. But when we both had to go back to work, then it's just like, okay, we got to put you in preschool, but at least you know how to communicate if something does happen. And a lot of people don't want to take those. They don't want to take those types of hits. They don't want to make those types of sacrifices. But I ain't give a damn, because I swear to God, if somebody, what with mine? Oh, I'm already fanatical about, like, what I'm saying, my nieces and nephews and stuff like that. But nah, yeah, if I heard anything like that, it would be. It wouldn't be good. I'm gonna just say that to not incriminate myself. But let's continue on with the clip, and then I'll see what you guys were saying in the chat. Give me 1 second. Okay, let's play it.
No hard feelings. Only thing was, everybody was just like, oh, he's lying. I'm like, I ain't lying. I didn't want to tell. I didn't tell. I trusted one of my cousins, and he told everybody. And that's how it came out. It came to the point where family had to choose sides. Hey, you gonna be on that side thinking that, or you gonna stand up for what's right? I felt betrayed when everything hit the fan, because it was something that a cousin who I confided in, he went and told everybody. And so that's how my mom and my other family found out. I don't think I was necessarily ready at that age to speak on it. So it was just more betrayal than anything when I was a child. I didn't really understand the champion part of it. But now I am glad that my cousin did that.
I never talked about none of this. How do you move forward knowing that this happened to you and thinking in your head, well, if this wouldn't happen to me, would I be gay? Would I be straight? That situation made me want to experience it more. Mm-hmm. Like, do I like it?
Today, I don't have no hard feelings. Only thing was, everybody.
I'm sorry, it's
people be grown and manipulated, and you start from a kid, and you get older, and you think it's normal. I'm almost 15, 16, still messing with my cousin. Like it's normal. That's not normal. We know that we could.
How often my big dog, the young big homie, 18th letters up there, It'd be multiple women's. I gotta do the mob. Since Ryan is, I think I'm gonna have Ryan, me, and no Chase on the next thumbnail. I'm trying to think, should we be in a car? I want it to be like a gangster scene. Ryan got the black mask. I could put him in a fedora. I got a certain look that I do. Let's get to it, y'all. 18th letters enter the building. We got 18 people in the building. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you have not liked, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We need subscribers. We're trying to get to 1,000 right quick. You can support the channel by super chat. You can hype me up. You can share it. You know, all the YouTube, social media, blah, blah, blah.
Young black men in a myriad or a variety of different dresses and skirts and gowns and all kinds of stuff. And it's just like, okay, it's a charity event. You're supposed to do a marathon wearing a red dress, but why does it mean that the guys have to participate? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the dudes was like in ruffles. And I mean, I have the picture. I don't really want to put it up here, but I can if you want to see it. But it just seems like this type of stuff is just becoming a little bit more, like a lot more prevalent.
It's not becoming a lot more prevalent. It's being pushed. A lot of this is being pushed, and it's leading a lot of these boys to be confused. A lot of this stuff is being pushed. When we was growing up, none of this existed. Not like that. And you always had rainbow people, but rainbow people stayed around other rainbow folks. None of this stuff. Boys was boys and girls was girls. Not saying you didn't have situations that Saucy Santana was talking about a little bit earlier, but it's been an agenda. It's being pushed, and you have a lot of people that's going right along with it. And the funny thing is, if it was the reverse side, you had a man talking like this, and I'm not trying to gender bang, but I got to keep it real. You had a man talking like this about young girls and being quiet on the creek and all of that. It'd be so much outrage within our community. Well, what's left of it? Because I'm starting to see, and I think black people really don't want to check other black folks, man. I think it's gotten to the point where we don't want to check people equally because we're afraid of the fight that we'll have to endure with fighting other black folks. So we just go along with it until we get to the point where we can't ignore it no longer.
I mean, I definitely agree with some, with some of the things that you're saying, because I mentioned the same thing.
It could get into some shooting. We played a clip the other day. Nigga's name is Icewear Visa. Was at a charity event that was associated with Big Meech. Big Meech hadn't got there yet. It was a dude blocking access to dude, wife, and kids getting to the thing. He walked up to the man and asked the man, could he move? The man could have drove forward into his driveway, but for some reason he backed up eventually. But that turned into pulling out the yammers and let it be known what you live for, and just, that other level of, and the police was out there. I don't know, man. Can we try to get along? Maybe we cannot, but can we try? Back in the 80s, we had songs like, baby, can we try again? Try. 18th letter. Let's go.
It's like everybody's more, if you, and I get it because, like I said, we're all human, you know what I'm saying? But like when we didn't have kids, and I know you don't have kids now, you know what I'm saying? But there is a difference sometimes of how people even like censor themselves, like when they're young and when they don't have kids and stuff like that, they really don't care, versus when they have kids and all these other issues become important to them, right? And I get it to a certain degree because now it's something that you have to actually deal with 100%. A lot of people kind of fall underneath that. If they didn't have, like, I always had nieces or nephews or something like that. So if I took them somewhere, in the car, like, I was careful about what music I played. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. There's some people who don't care because that ain't my damn kid. And we do have a lot of that in our community, unfortunately. But we don't see other people's kids as being a part of our community or part of just our, extended family. Like,
and that's why, oh, I'm sorry. I was just going to say, that's why it's going to continue to deteriorate. So when people get to talking about community, what community? Because in the community, it's hierarchies, it's certain things that's put in place to prevent things like this from happening. When people get a little bit, it's I don't even know. I'm at a loss for words.
Do you think do you think that it's really? I mean, because okay, think about it. Because when you're talking, you say community, right? We're like technically, if we try to imagine what things were like before we got here to the Americas, or before this system was forced upon us, right? Would you say that Black people or indigenous people were still tribal people?
When you say indigenous, what people are you talking about? I hope you're talking about Native people.
Huh?
You talking about Native people, like Native, like Native Americans?
Yeah, either that or like if you want to talk about Africa or whatever, they still were tribes, right? They weren't all one. Because even a theory, when it comes to Africa, some people like to say, oh, well, Black people sold their own folks into, into slavery, this, that, and the third. But from my perspective, that's a tribal thing. Like it wasn't.
It was definitely a tribal, and it's not from your perspective. That's documented history. That's not from your perspective. See, a lot of things people regurgitate because they don't really read. Mm-hmm. If you ask the average person what was the last book they read, they wouldn't even be able to tell you, because they just regurgitate different information that they didn't heard, and a lot of this information is misinformation and it's skewed to fit somebody's own agenda.
But I bring that up to kind of like, even though like, because I was listening to what you're saying, and I agree with you, when you talk about a community, because now it seems like, even though we've always been more of a tribal people, now since we're in the Americas, now we have to think more on a collective way. When I'm just wondering, have we ever been those types of people?
When you look at we had no other choice. When you look at our history, we had to rely on each other. And if that's the case, right, and if we don't really want to think that way, and we are individualistic, then Black people need to stop complaining.
I don't agree with you. I was just
accept a lot from where it is, because in this particular situation, the way it's looking for us, we're going to be in last place, and all of the communities that are able to mobilize better are going to dominate over us.
So just going more from like a historical standpoint, because like I was trying to like.
Sometimes you gotta let things marinate. You're gonna be at the back of the race while other people are in front of you, so you gotta learn all them little easy things that got certificates. You're gonna have to learn a lot of little stuff, so you don't have to delete yourself while you get this bread. And you gotta learn how to collectivize. You gotta do all of the old things that we was doing at first. They created Seneca Village in Rosewood and Wilmington, North Carolina, and even Black Wall Street. Let me see. Black Wall Street was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yeah, we know how to do that. Let's just get back to doing that. Prepare ourselves better with health and everything. See, I'm an old dude. Everything on me hurts right now at this very moment. My toes, my elbows. But the show must go on. And I need what is it you need? What old people use? Bengay, Robitussin. What is it, y'all? What y'all think the night needs the most? Tums. Do they still sell Tums? So my tummy can feel better. I'm asking for a friend. I got that player stuff in the background. That's why I'm just talking right now. We're going to get back to 18th in LA project in a second. I just sometimes just like to listen to my work. I got to trim it where that little gap is not there. Now I got to wait for them to start back over from the beginning. Let me see.
I guess like draw a parallel. I'm not saying that like, because like I said, it pisses me off too. Like when I see random kids, I said, watching a kid grow up into a full grown adult, like that's a beautiful fucking process. And I don't care who it is, you know what I mean? So I can look at somebody else's kid. I can see the child in a lot of people, out of a lot of adults that I talk to, you know what I'm saying? Because of just that whole, that whole community.
Especially when you know all the people who had their hands on that child to get up older. And I look at them beautiful kids that ain't done nothing, and nobody that still got smoked at Baby's party. And I be thinking, did you set him up to not see the reality of no? It's still vultures out here. You don't want to be Ricky.
community aspect, you know what I'm saying, and just the innocence of it all, right? But like, okay, so when it comes to other groups of people who have always been kind of fragmented the same way, right? Where they've had they've had their clans, you know, their own little tribes and things like that. How did they get to the unification aspect of it? Because they were given different priorities and different privileges.
That plays a part into it. Don't get me wrong, that definitely plays a part into it. But are we going to make it seem like, are we going to use that as an excuse to not try to mobilize and do better, especially for the next generation?
Oh no,
I feel like because we had simple communities, stable families, businesses where you can employ people that look like you, hospitals, banks, different things like that. We're not even working towards that because a lot of us just simply don't want to do the work. And I understand, like, it's only so much work you can do as an individual and you can care. But at this particular point, it just seems like a lot of people, we just want to make an excuse to be fucked up. And I understand. Oh, excuse my language. I understand. A lot of us come from traumatizing situations. But what I'm seeing now is a pattern of we're just trying to use that as an excuse to not do anything for ourselves. And I think, I think like it's a lot of garbage within our community that's not for our community. If it was up to me and I was the king of the Negro Kingdom, I'd get them up out of here by any means necessary. I'm coming through. Like if I was the leader of the Negro Kingdom, I'm coming through clean the house in the worst way. I'm not trying to hear, oh my bad, get them out of here. I'm not trying to hear, oh but we is this and I'm trying, get them out of here. We have no time because right now we have other communities that are outgrowing us, and they are showing. If you look at Detroit right now, over near Dearborn, Michigan, and I get it. It's a lot of the government. The government is against us, has historically been against us. But we have to figure out a way, either that, or we can just honestly say to ourselves, we don't care no more. We done lost hope. This is what it is. But if you want it, but at the same time, it seems like we talk out of both sides of our neck. It's like, oh, you know, we never had a community, we never did this, or was it like that? And then at the same time, we're like, well, what about our community, and what are we going to do? You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's, trust me, I get, you know what I'm saying, especially when that's why I really don't even go on other panels no more, because they be making me feel like I'm just so, you know, the one off, or like I'm lying or whatever.
Oh, no,
I'm just saying what sounds good. I'm just like, no, it's the fucking truth. Like, especially when we start to get to a age and, you know, a place of understanding, you know what I'm saying? Like, are we supposed to just continue to act like we're in our 20s and think about ourselves, or are we supposed
and then
to
have this, like, oh, everything is going to work itself out. It's not. You don't see everything crumbling around you. You don't see that these kids can barely fucking read. Excuse my language. I'm sorry again.
No, you're okay.
You don't see that these kids can barely read. You don't see that a lot of these other groups are getting in.
Nah, 18th letter. You can't keep apologizing. You're at least $10. $5 the F word. I try to steer clear of them panels because I know I'm gonna get some off, and I ain't got the bread. That word is. I don't know what TK is talking about, but shout out to the shout outs. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's a done deal. Our best and brightest have said they're not us, they're OJ. They're not us, they're Kanye. So just, we're here now.
Positions of power, and they only looking at black people as a commodity to increase their wealth. You don't see that. You don't see how everything is so confusing that people don't know if they like the opposite gender or not. And that goes both ways, because we talk about the brothers. There's a lot of down low women too that are doing the whole gender fluid thing. That goes both ways. So, and it's a lot of people that are birthing kids in our community that don't care about these kids. These kids are just birthed out of screwing. So right. I'm not saying we don't have patches of people that are doing well, that they got their same mind, like yourself, and what you do with your kids, like Candy Cane, or what you do with her niece. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying we don't have, but those people are pockets compared to what's going on. Because if we was more of a community, it would be more promoted instead of a lot of the ignorance. And we don't control anything. And this is not me coming from a situation of hate. I'm coming from a situation of another black person observing things and seeing it for what it is, from what I'm seeing now to where it's going in the future.
So do you think
so that being the case, what we had out here as a social action network in Oakland back in the day, I don't know if it was necessarily all of that, was ran by Chuck Johnson, and that was called Soul Beat. And he had Soul Beat forever, even in the 2000s. He had Michael Jackson come to the Eastmont Mall, where Soul Beat used to be at. That's what you're doing here, right? You make a little network. It's me, this person, this person, this person, this person. Nobody is the king, and we just network like this. We all work with each other, so you won't be confused. I will remain the knight, not the king. And everybody else will be whatever it is they are. And we find something that we can do together. Keep it slow. Too much movement might hurt the back. Yeah, folks should be having more sex and more kids and being happier about the freedoms that they have and live within their means. What can you buy in bulk, grow in bulk, or do to make sure you raise the little black gods that you want to see in real life? You got to give them the best of the best. Oh, I need to know where we stand. Do we share this special thing called love? I know I do. What about you? You see, I can't get you out of my. Where do I go? What must I do if I can't live without your love? Thinking of you makes me feel, baby.
I think it was, and I think it was you, but I'm not sure. I think somebody quoted you. It's a lot of times that you don't, we don't want a lot of these our kids to be around these other badass kids. So
yeah, I don't want my nephew around. I don't because it gets to a point where it's gonna get to the point where you do something to mine, and I don't care about how people feel. I'm gonna have to hurt you, and then it's gonna get to a point where you're gonna bring your parents who act just like them, and I'm gonna have to hurt them too, or they gonna hurt me. One of the two, and either I'm gonna be locked up, or something gonna happen to me, or something gonna happen to you, and I'm gonna be locked up. So it's got.
Do you think it's like another, like maybe a different form of segregation is maybe needed? Because there was another conversation I was listening to, and this is a while ago, but like, what would it take, for us to buy our own town and set it up?
It doesn't take much. And shout out to the black folks that are buying land, that are trying to operate as a cohesive unit and different things like that. It doesn't take much. You just have to be around like-minded black folks that want to pull their money together and want to create something to benefit the next generation, the kids. Because I was born in the crack era, man. All of this stuff, and I'm not talking I've been asking questions since I was a kid because I wanted to understand where the dysfunction came from. I did a lot of because what a lot of people don't understand when you're coming up in a lot of these communities too, like you can be a good kid, you can be a friendly kid, and the people that you deal with in these communities can turn you the other way, where they can turn you aggressive because you don't want to be bullied and you don't want to be picked on and you don't want to be thinking that you're just gonna go along with whatever. And I understand this is not everybody's experience because everybody don't live like that, but I'm talking about what's more promoted that's very loud on the internet, because it's not just the media that's doing this anymore. It's us that's uploading this.
Right.
A lot of us are uploading a lot of this stuff.
Of influence.
Because we're familiar with it. We got a sick infatuation with Oz, The Wire, Breaking Bad, The Sopranos. I just watched some shit with Pierce Brosnan, Helen Mirren, and the dude that played Bane. Is his name Tom something? Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy. Yeah. That's why if y'all look at the most recent version of me, I'm part robot. because the human part of me is all fucked up. So I'm part machine. I don't know if y'all notice about 2026, they have something called an exoskeleton that you can wrap around your back, your arms, around your waist, and on your legs. And it just propels your body. I don't know if that's a good thing, but if you're somebody who can't move, you can navigate that robot. You walking around again. Almost like Iron Man. And the technology will get better. We could all walk around with exoskeletons. Let's see. We had Lord ADS come in. I don't know when Tattoo Mills came in, but shout out to that individual. Let me say this. I've been here almost 2 hours and y'all haven't sent me one super chat, one Cash App, one PayPal, or one Venmo. I'm trying to be entertaining, but it costs money to keep on the StreamYard and to make the music and do all of this shit. All I can do is try. That was Angela Bofield, I believe. And I try, and I try, and I try, and I try. Y'all don't know nothing about music.
So, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like I said, it goes down to who you let babysit your kids, the neighborhood that you live in. Because you just mentioned, you know what I mean, how just your area tried to make you feel like you had to be a certain type of way because that was the influence. That was the whole tone down there.
That was the influence from the inside of my household to the outside. That was the influence. I'm not saying it was completely because I didn't have the worst upbringing. I knew people that was worse off, but just the whole atmosphere that, you know, it didn't seem like, you know, community oriented. Well, it did in the beginning. I came from it did because we still had the church folks and different people like that, the grandmamas, but that's slowly fading away. I still didn't realize how much I picked up from my great grandmother and my grandmother until I got older, because that was such a part of my normal upbringing. You know what I'm saying? Apart from the bad stuff, but right. Like it's crazy, man. It's crazy how it's looking. And then the funny thing about it is that we don't want nobody to critique anything in the community. We don't want to listen, but then we expect those same people that you don't want to listen to clean it up and sacrifice their time, sacrifice their money, and in some rare cases sacrifice their lives.
Right, and that's the whole thing. That's what I really think it comes down to. 18 people don't want to be uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? In any way, shape, or form. Like if they have to, you know, like you said, like sacrifice something in order for somebody else or for the greater good, they'd be like,
no. A lot of people sacrifice something. They lost their family. They went to jail. They did all of this shit, and it was a thankless crime. They didn't get nothing. They sat down all them years. They shut their mouth. They did what they needed to do. They came home. It was a thankless crime. I got into some dumb shit behind a girl and her boyfriend. Went down there and did the most. And folks was on my head for a good little minute. But what did I benefit from that? She was messing with that dude the next day. So nigga go down and potentially die, do something to him, and he die. But, you know, I'll mess with him if he survives. What? I think it's gangster. I need some damn paper towels. Hey man, say man, support the channel, man. We need paper towels in this bitch now.
Man, they don't be trying to do that.
Because people don't want to sacrifice in vain. That's what it really comes down to. A lot of people just don't want to sacrifice in vain.
They sacrifice in vain. I like to call it the John Henry syndrome. I never did like John Henry when I read it when I was hella young. This man went up against his steam engine for what? To prove what? To prove what to who?
Got me a couple of dollars. Guess what I'm gonna do?
A-Dub underscore 99769. He says the songs you sell for $20, play 2 of them for me for $5. When YouTube is gonna take 30%, which is gonna really make it $3.50. But for my Inuit partner, let's go on down here. Let's go on down here. We'll turn up what we got playing right now. Let me show some more love to the people that's showing some love to me, and I appreciate it. I hate to do a whole show. I don't get no love. That be feeling crazy to me. Let's hit them with this one.
Thank you for the money, cheese, fatty, the dough. Gouda, scratch, Skrilla, paper.
A-Dub sends $10 for the month for willing to win a wrench. Willing to win. Now all we need is willing to win to go inside his little coin purse and send a cash app or a super chat or a PayPal or whatever way you send some money, I don't know. All of the ways. Let's scroll to the bottom. Okay, they flirting with each other. Shout out to the shout outs.
Like if I known things was gonna turn out like this, man, I could have took my little money and took my time and did something to make sure me and mine was straight. And you doing this out the kindness of your heart, and then for what?
To be fair, do you think that's where a lot of people are?
Yeah, it's a lot of people that are. There's just a lot of people now that's like, look, man, I can't tell them nothing about them and they bad kids. I can't tell them nothing.
You gotta have a conversation with a person that is comfortable with the same reality you want to live in, where we take care of our stuff. We care about each other. We look at each other, smile. We go to dentist appointments together. All of the real human stuff. All that other stuff, you can win, babe. I don't need a whole lot. How much does that new wig cost? $2,000. We can never buy that. No, we not. You just want me to walk around looking crazy. No, I want you to find a wig that's not $2,000. That don't look horrible on you, that you feel comfortable with, that's nice.
About their erratic behavior. These people down the street, they doing this. These other people doing that. You try to jump into a situation. People, no, mind your biz. You're like, man, let me just get the hell up out of here. Let me get the hell up out of here.
To land his plane. What up, Ronsberg?
Quiet on the panel. Quiet on the panel.
Oh my God. No more.
Quiet on the panel. No, it was good. This is a real good topic, LA Project, because when you were speaking, I thought of something, right? I was thinking this. So I have the reason to believe that social media always knows that they're still gaining money and they're getting all this stuff over these kids that's using the app. So they let these kids do a lot of the fuck shit that they do. And every time they get called out, they don't want to do anything about it because it would fuck up their algorithm if they were to be responsible for these kids using the app, such as what that stunt Saucy Santana pulled. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're letting the children into dysfunction, but they don't want to be responsible for it. So they let shit happen like that.
Yeah, I don't be wanting to hear that shit. That's what I'm saying. Like even back in the, whether it be whatever generation, us being watched by people, like I said, some of these parents who don't want to be parents and just always pointing their kids off on somebody, and they're not the safest people in the world.
It's worse. But it's worse though, LA Project. But it's worse. You know why? Because I have suspicions to believe that the parents of today want to be friends with their kids more than be parents to their kids. I truly believe that. Huh?
So I said, tell me what the benefits, with that mind, going on with that mind frame. What would be the benefits for the parents?
Hold on, the cops is coming through.
Oh, here we go. All right.
Being parents, being friends with your kids is just one thing. Some of these parents don't give a damn one way or the other.
No, you know why? But the thing about it is, the reason I say that is because they allow their children to run rampant, right? And they relied on technology to be their parents instead of the parents being the parents. So there is really no benefit to it because if you're trying to be on the same level as your kid is never going to grow because they're going to have the same maturity as you do as a parent. Because you're supposed to be rearing your children and guiding them. But if you're not doing that and you're relying on outside sources to parent your children, then it's a lost cause. Not necessarily, but it's a lost cause in the sense like
come on in.
Play, it's always a treat when players leave. Judge.
What's going on, Willing?
What's up, United? How much is for the wrench?
That A-Dub just paid for?
Yeah.
The small wrench is $10 a month. The big wrench is $35.
Okay. I'll send it in a super chat, $10 super chat or something.
That's cool. Do you think that you owe, if you FBA or whatever your connection to America is, some kind of mentorship or some part of your life or some political agreement to people that look like you?
Like, do I owe them?
Yeah. Do you feel a sense of obligation?
If I care about my people, then yeah.
No, you. No, I'm not. I'm asking you.
No,
If you
well,
care, do you care? Well, let me reframe the question since you did it that way. Do you care about your people?
yes,
Do you want your people to succeed as much as you possibly can?
absolutely.
I think I'm on the same page too. I just don't see the people that give a damn like I do. Every time I think I'm building a boat, it's some motherfuckers around there trying to punch holes in it.
But Nardis, that's the thing, because as much as we care about our culture, much as we love and support one another, it don't look like that. It don't look it that way. And that's the sad part about it, because if we claim that we love our black people, we love black women, black men, it don't look that way though.
Which makes me think is a lot of dudes faking a phone because they say they rich on YouTube. They all over 6 feet. They all packing. They all got over 6 figures. So where the money at? What the bro say? Spend that shit. Where you spending it at?
Well, I'm not gonna be up here for long. I'm gonna drop down. I'm at work, so I had to come ask you that question. I appreciate you though.
You stay strong, brother. Be great.
Yep, I'll be watching.
All right. Let me see. What we got going on over in the chat? We got nothing going on in the chat. Anything moved? Y'all act like y'all know how to speak. Hello, CJ Brooks. Oh yeah, the wrenches since I started the channel have been $10. That's 30 cents a day. To have a wrench in a layer, $10. That's 30 cents a day. To have a big wrench, it's a little over $1. It's 35 for the big wrench. There's that. We are fragmented up. And nobody want to listen to nobody. Let's add this back to the stage. I'm finna go get me a sandwich.
They're gonna grow up. You know what I'm saying? If they're relying on teachers in school, that's just gonna hand them a packet, or they're gonna rely on TikTok and all these social media accounts. And damn sure be it, if Saucy Santana was to run some class or some bullshit, how much down the road is these children, this generation gonna go? It's gonna go into a shithole.
You saw maybe like a year ago or whatever, some high school had invited Sexy Red, you know what I'm saying, to come perform until she came at the high school smelling like weed, you know, and then she got mad because they said that she couldn't perform. Like, girl, like
they have no decorum.
It's like it's one thing to try to, you know, relate to the youth, you know what I'm saying? But I don't see no benefit besides producing a bunch of unruly, defiant people. You know what I'm saying?
And that's
why I said it's no benefit.
Exactly what it's done. It has produced a lot of, and the funny thing, like I said,
it is a reason everybody else unifies and we get individualized. It is a reason. That thing is mostly working on us. Mexicans get into it with each other, but they be more together. All them other people gonna say do it too, they be more together. We do it too, and we a minority group. We do it too, and they say, why is this amount of people in jail over there, the black communities? No, that's that minority people that's in jail. It's all about smoking medias. So be nice if you can. Feel blessed because you woke up this morning. I'm finna go get a snack.
Before this whole rainbow thing is being promoted, unfortunately, you got parents that are raising their kids up to act like this. And the same people that's complaining about down low men or rainbow men are the same ones that encourage that behavior. Are the same ones that's pushing for that behavior. Because man, I grew up on like my aunties and all of them. My aunties and them, some of them people I grew up around, they were some straight up gangsters. They told me, like, they'd tell me often, no, we don't do none of that sweet stuff. We don't do none of that sweet stuff around here. It was people like other women that'd tell, no, you ain't no sissy. You a man, or you a young boy. Act like that. Right. You don't see that now. You're seeing a lot of that stuff being pushed. You're seeing a lot of that stuff being pushed. You see a lot of it being pushed by the parents.
Somebody came.
And that's why we keep asking these questions like people don't see what's going on. Like it's going on right in front of our faces.
You know, I did a video on something called gay baiting, which is when they start doing a lot of homosexual stuff, but then they'll say no homo, or they'll do it with the intention of saying like they're not homosexual just because they do it. It's just for entertainment purposes. That's the epidemic that's happened with a lot of these young men, especially when you pay attention to a lot of these streamers. You know what I'm saying? So they have no problem getting along with a Saucy Santana and then sit up there and Mike doing some food stuff like throwing a wig just like he did, and then just doing all these crazy ass activities because they just want to be able to have it feed the algorithm. It's too much content-based nonsense. I've seen that shit, man. It's crazy.
This is a picture from the charity event that I was telling
you.
The
Sweet Bloods? Did a video on they dumbasses too.
And I'm just like, well, why did you feel like you can just support with your dollars, man? Like, you don't have to run and wear the outfits and shit. Like,
it's like, what? But you know what the excuse is going to be nowadays, though, LA? They're going to be like, what? It's just a dress. Like, what does that mean? It doesn't mean anything.
But see, it's not just them. If you stand... Shut up, Candy. Love me some Candy cane. But it's like if you don't go along with this stuff, or you check it from the gate, like, no, man, I don't rock with none of that. Oh, you homophobic?
Yeah,
you transphobic? To the point that a lot of these people are being shamed into trying to go along to prove that they're not transphobic or homophobic.
Fuck that.
I came up here to jump in on the point that Bronsberg just made. Can I jump in on y'all?
What's up?
Yeah, you got it. So when you were talking about the streamers, like that is such a real thing. I don't know if anybody's been paying attention, but these great streamers will play gay for the algorithm, and it's the weirdest thing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like even when they start, like even down to like some of these food review critics. I don't know if y'all have ever paid attention to some of these people, but like I've noticed some of these start doing like gay jokes or bee sucking jokes, like if they're eating a hot dog, and I'm just like, it's just weirdness. Why do y'all have to do that? Why can't you just do your food review? Why do y'all? It's like I don't even know how to explain it. Like Netflix had a shift at some point where I noticed in every single program they have something LGBTQ included. There's either a trans character or a gay character, and they usually mix it with a minority. So you got the black girl who's a lesbian, or you got the trans woman man. Like, so it's weird because I feel like the algorithms are encouraging it, and then people who are supposedly straight are just going gay for play to play. And these kids are doing it even younger. I noticed it even with the black ones, the black streamers, these black male streamers are even doing it. It's weird.
And you know what's crazy? I just want to say something real quick to what Candy was saying. The thing is, it's not even hard to see it because we've always lived in a world where people will lower their standards for currency. And now the thing is, now that just lowering your standard is to pretend that you. And the funny thing about it is, if you pretend that way, you get support not only from the gay community, but you get support from women too. So now you have a lot of these people that are, even if they're not gay or whatever they is, man. I don't know. This seems weird. But
I want to ask y'all a question.
They're doing it for the money, and people are going along with it. I give you one more thing. You got it, Bronsberg. Let me just say this. Lena Waithe. What's her name? That's her name, Lena Waithe, right? The one
it is. Yeah.
Look at how she tried to feminize them boys in the shot. I remember first watching it on the episode. Remember the boy that got deleted? She got this boy on a pink bike with pigtails, dressed like a girl, in pastel colors and everything. And then the other boy, Reggie, the one that played in, he had to leave because she wanted him to perform a rainbow scene with another man. Or she wanted to turn his character rainbow. So they abandoned the contract.
Right there, boy.
They abandoned the contract, and then they came to an agreement where he came back, and I think his character got deleted. So it's a lot of black folks that are down with this, that don't view themselves, that view this as a come up for them, and we need to understand that.
Yo, let me ask y'all a question. Did y'all see the clip of that musician that I think he is gay. I think that's been like already certified. He was at an award show. He says, "I'm sick and tired of straight men breathing." Did y'all see that?
You just saw that, yeah. Just like, what's his other name? What's the other dude? Funky Dineva, who tried to say that.
Funky Dineva always talking shit.
Straight black men was the problem in the black community. So
we always are. We always are. But that's why I've always said the straight heterosexual black man is a threat to society. Because the one that stands on his belief and doesn't tolerate the nonsense, they're not going to like him because he's not going to kowtow to their bullshit. And that's all it is at the end of the day. Like, that's why I say I'm not, look, I can always say it like this. I'm not against gay people, obviously, because I have gay friends. But they understand, like, yo, respect my boundaries. But when I sit up there and I talk about the programming, some of them actually agree with what I be saying. I'm like, I'm not saying anything that's a lie. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, with the streamers, like, they had to do Black Boy Max. And the Jamaican guy just sat there and said, yo, stop doing the Batiman shit. And then everybody just sat there and got at him because he said what he said. And I'm just like, but I don't disagree, though. If you're doing some next level shit, you deserve to get called out on it because that's us as human beings.
It's almost like, as much as I hate to say it like this, we're going in a society where you literally have to apologize for being a straight man.
I apologize for shit.
No, I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying.
The energy is that if you're straight, you need to tread lightly, and that's exactly what was. And then the funny thing is, people gonna mess this stuff up, and then they're gonna turn around and complain about it later. Where are all the straight men? What happened to masculine men?
That's what they're talking about now.
Like,
but that's what they talk about now. But if you're a man that says something about that, you sassy, something's wrong with you. It's never a conclusive like, yo, he's a straight man that has a strong opinion on something. Oh, he's sassy. He don't love his mother. And all these like gaslighting bullshit that has nothing to do with the conversation. That's why I be sitting there like, yo, fuck y'all. I'm gonna stand on my own 2 feet. If you want to call me a sassy, that's fine.
Hold up, AT.
Man, how come all y'all? Man, here come. Hey, donate something, man, because I donated to get up here. Donate.
Listen, 18, can I ask you a question?
Hold on. No, Shane.
I got something.
Hey, LA, hey, beautiful.
What's going on?
What happened to Candy Cane? She left?
Yes, she had a call real quick.
18.
I'll jump down in like 5 minutes. It's about to order something.
All right, hey, where you at, Brosburg? You in Manhattan?
Come on, bro. You don't know the location. My guy. I'm staying on 40.
Just say the borough.
I say my whole session in Manhattan, 42nd Street. Bro.
Okay, money making Manhattan.
You know what I'm saying? 42, bro.
Money making Manhattan.
Stop playing with.
Shout out to Uptown. Shout out to the Lower East Side, Harlem, Spanish Harlem.
You know what I'm saying? What you say, LA?
I said, what you getting us to eat?
You getting your own food. You didn't even ask me. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of food? What kind of food?
I mean, you gotta ask first. I wouldn't mind picking you up something, but you just saying it like, oh, like I gotta get you something. That's not very southern of you.
No, let's do that. What kind of food you picking up? You can't be straight tripping like that. Yo, bro. What are you picking up, bro?
Hello.
Bro, you a Johnny come lately, bro. You just came in the convo, son. Like, you don't ask me. You know what I'm saying? About to get this food real quick. Shout out to all my people. Louisiana Project, and Made a Troll. You know what I'm saying? Holla.
Okay. Bye-bye.
What's up, May? Sorry for all the noise.
Shout out to May.
Hey, shout out to you.
Hey, baby, I really loved and appreciated when you was on the panel the other day. Like, you were speaking some real shit, man. That was just really, like, it hit my heart, girl. That was real. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, thank you, Simon. I appreciate it.
I ain't talking to you, nigga. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, you ain't talking to me? Okay.
Nah,
Who you talking to?
I was talking to you, girl. Like, that was some real shit.
I was talking to you, gal.
I'm talking to you,
gal.
Y'all are wild. Y'all are wild.
Yeah, come back. Go to
Did you lift your wrist with that? I was talking to you, gal.
Why you getting mad, bitch? Like,
All right, hold on. Let's let May give her, say what, give her opinion on the topic.
You're right, LA. May.
Y'all get back to
I was talking to you, gal.
Oh, wow.
No, May she bring that.
Okay,
She bring that shit. She bring that shit.
Give me 1 second, son. I'll just take two quick minutes.
All right. Let me tell you something, right?
Okay.
LA did a panel with what's her name? What's her name? LA.
Huh?
What was it?
Candy Cane.
Candy Cane, right?
Yeah.
That was one of the most hyper shit I've fucking seen in my life. Like, yo, you girls were going at it. I was like, oh my God.
Okay. So you talk about yesterday, May.
Yeah.
Oh, what you got? You got excited about discussing virginities? Is that what it is?
Yo, bro, I was like, oh my God, I've never seen women speak like this before. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you got excited. Oh, wow.
No, excited like that. But it's just like, yo, you're talking facts. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
I'll stop it for a second while I'm eating my snack. Now, May an 18th letter and LA Project could have a wonderful conversation, but Simon is not going to add no value. Shout out to Simon for still being able to go everywhere. We don't hate you, Simon. You're just a little weird.
It's just like, yo, it's
they actually was speaking from, from some, good like places of experience, which I always, I always welcome and appreciate. But hold on, before you segue, May, what you got on the topic today, hon?
Sure. Okay, so I've been listening for a while. You began talking about.
Uh-oh, you went out a little bit. Are you still there?
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Here now.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. My phone gets on my nerves. People always interrupt my call constantly. I mean, on my screen yard. Okay, so let me say this.
Hey,
yeah, I hate it.
Don't you hate that? I can be up here
calm
talking.
down, bro, before I fly you out. Shut up.
Just say what?
Yo, come on, man. Y'all keep interrupting. Let May talk.
Yeah, I want to hear from the ladies.
Okay, I'll make it fast. I swear to God, I'll make it super quick. Okay, I know, but they can't resist, so let me hurry. So let me say this. I was listening from the very beginning when you first started the stream, so I've been listening and looking at the examples and stuff like that. It's sad
But what I want us to think about too is the fact that it takes a lot of resistance as a parent to keep a lot of this stuff away because it's always seeping in. I'll say this at the very beginning. I am a very conservative person. I know I don't act like it a lot of times. Somebody can mute because it's like a whole bunch of.
That might be me. Let me mute up.
Okay, no problem.
All right, thanks.
Okay, perfect. No problem. And I don't act. You know, people think you're supposed to act a certain way when you're a certain kind of person. I don't fit the box. But I'm you know, as you saw yesterday, I'm coming from a very conservative place. When we were talking, and I've kind of always been that way. And so when I say conservative, I just mean like in my mind, a lot of things have a particular order, and that comes from generations of following that order. It's a formula, and so it's not just based on picking and choosing really. But I feel like for socially conservative people, socially, I'm not talking about being a Republican, socially conservative people, I feel like we are at a war for families. That's what I feel. And I feel like a lot of people are mixing and matching. And it's almost like the world, I'm not saying I'm promoting this, but you know what's that movie?
If you're at war, you're losing. And I can get in a fight with somebody like that. We just ain't got that much money. I call it nigger town, like Chinatown, like Little Italy. Where do they exist?
The women become subservient. What's the name of that movie?
It's a movie.
The Handmaid's Tale.
The Handmaid's Tale. They be knowing just the right ones to go to. Find a movie where we are spinsters.
Come on in.
Play, it's always a treat when players leave.
I was eating a delicious snack. I wasn't on camera. I wasn't in StreamYard. And I tell y'all people that all the time, Sir Lord ADS.
Good morning, Nightish.
Yes, sir. It exists.
Yeah. I'm just starting to come out of my crash out. So, I guess I feel a little better. Besides that, though, I've been watching the content for a quick second, so I see what they're saying. I don't want to do anything to put any marks on your channel. So I see what they're saying, but it is.
My understanding. You tell me if you heard this before, also, Sir Lord ADS. When we look in the sky, the thing that we see that we believe is a star doesn't exist anymore. It's been trapped in the speed of time. So we think it's there, but it's not there anymore. I think that's what FBA is. It's like a star.
Yeah, it's light. It's speed of light versus your actual eye, right?
Yeah.
You see the light from 1,000 miles away, but that star's been gone for millions of years, right? That does sort of ring a bell a little bit or have some relevancy. I mean, we know what we should have done probably back in the 70s and 80s. We should have reached out to all previous, basically, descendants of slaves, right? From every continent and combine that power.
You don't think we should have took some pay cuts, lived within our means, and lifted up some other people that will never be able to see the heights that these people that had that kind of money have? Let me see, who is this person I want to acknowledge right here? I can't recognize right there. Amen. Yeah, I don't know what this is. What is this right here, Lord? It is.
Amena Javier 1750. So a Javier, I'm not sure what that is. Amen Javari 17.
Yeah.
Something like
Shout out to you. He said, what the fuck is the content? Or what the fuck is the context? Send me money, send me money, send me more money, send me money. That's the fucking context. What is he saying right now?
He's just wondering what we're talking about, right? So
You can't be wondering that. We're talking about the idea of community and where black people are psychologically. And I said that the Willie Lynch letter is playing out all this much later, even though they said it was a hoax. Because I hear young people on talking about, I don't fuck with old people. I hear old people on there talking about, I don't listen to stupid ass young people. I hear a lot of people talking about whatever the hell they talking about. And dark skinned people telling light skinned people they white. No end to the dumb shit. And you motherfuckers participate in it with your funky ass. Funyun smelling sons of hey Raw G. Yeah, we speak in different languages. Let me go grab that. Let me aggravate the fuck out of y'all with that. Since y'all want to come over here talking that bullshit. Get a membership, nigga. Buy a royalty spot, nigga. We want to hear different languages. Give me 1.27 seconds so I can get that. The first song I made for Raw G was called Raw G. The second song I made for her was called Different Languages. Nigga, we're not talking the same. Dog. Big dog. Right now, y'all, I'm in here looking for this song. Let's see. So I must be amongst this. There it is right there. Thank you, y'all. Give me 1.27 seconds. The 29 people that are in the building. Make sure you hit the like button. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And if you really want to be generous, hype me up. Share the video. Hit the Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, or Super Chat. But in the meantime, and in between time, got a little song for you like to hear it. Here it go.
That silence before the storm. That's the difference between me and you, bitch. Yeah. Yeah. You don't do what I do, bitch, we speak in different languages. You talk comfort, I talk cold. From cages, you play a role. I survive the stages. Same room, different worlds. We ain't the same, bitch. You don't do what I do, bitch, don't even try to mimic. You see a wave, I created the physics. You hear bars, I'm talking spirit. Different frequency, you can't even hear it. You a spectator, I'm the one they came to see. You rehearse pain, I live a reality. You write lines, I bleed strategy. Every word got weight, that's gravity. Internet tough, I'm pressure in person. You rap for attention, I rap from the hurt and you chasing the look. I came from the worst of you playing with fire. I walked out the furnace, bitch. You don't talk like this when it's live. Energy different when ego collide. You post for the net, I move and survive. You telling the story, I am what I describe. Describe. Yeah. You don't do what I do, bitch, we speak in different languages. You talk comfort, I talk cold. From cages, you play a role. I survive the stages. Same room, different worlds. We ain't the same, bitch. You borrowed your style, I built mine from scratch. You copy the moves, I created the past. You flexing for likes, I move for the cash. You stuck in the moment, I'm built for the crash. Your whole persona fabricated and polished. Mine came raw, uncut, no knowledge. You studied the game, I lived in the chaos. You playing the part, I really embody it, bitch. I don't argue, I demonstrate. You imitate hunger, I generate. Talk about wins, I ventilate. Every beat I touch, I devastate. Different codes, different scars. You speak comfort, I speak war. You hear noise, I hear cars. You ain't built for this floor. Yeah. Yeah. You don't do what I do, bitch, we speak in different languages. You talk comfort, I talk cold. From cages, you play a role. I survive the stages, same room, different worlds. We ain't the same, bitch. Yeah.
Now, Lord ADS, is that song going too far?
No, just keeping it real. You speak a different language right off the
Yeah.
top. We ain't talking the same thing.
Yeah. We would love to, be talking the same language, but when I say proactive versus reactive, proactive we own the liquor store and the auto shop and the barber shop. So when the police come over and go, what y'all do? We work here. It's different.
We own the place.
We own the place and we work here. Get used to us. We're gonna be like Nipsey and them. We gonna own the little what they call them, it's like 5 little businesses in it. And it's parking for the little 5 businesses. Strip mall, right? Strip mall?
Yeah, strip mall.
Strip mall. Own them strip malls. Let everybody come to you. It sounds like Tory Lanez wrote it. That's great. I wrote everything. I did everything. I love you. I said, this sounds like this and this sounds like that. Yeah, I listen to different things. I try to make it sound like something, but thank you for the compliments. If it sounds like anything, I've succeeded. What I don't want it to do is sound like a robot. And a lot of people make music that sounds robotic. It ain't no fun in it. It ain't no movement. I done played haunting songs that's fun and got movement in them. Let me see. I think I got one on deck. We'll have to go to different languages again. Where is call? After silent do. I must have deleted it. I evidently did. There's go different languages. Let's go to California King then.
California King. Girl, I'ma take my time tonight. California King, oh babe, we gon' do the nastiest things, baby. Started off with head, don't you stop till I sing. Legs shaking wild in this California King. Baby, let me lick you down slow. Tongue trace every curve I know. Sweat dripping, moaning bodies colliding. Bed so big, but you can't keep from riding. Time I go deeper, girl, you calling on God. California King got your halo star. Your voice trembling, crying, begging for more. But I ain't stopping till you can't take no more. Slow, I'ma ride that way. way. Screaming louder, baby, don't you misbehave. Sheets twisted up like a holy fight. We gon' sin in this bed till the morning light. Your nails in my back, your body in flames. Every scream you give, I'ma shout your name. The bed can't hold it, the walls gon' sing. Earthquake, love in this California king. Say Cali, say king. Say make me shake in this California king. Say baby, say please. Say don't stop, from this. Say Cali, say king. Say make me shake in this California king. Say baby, say please. Say don't stop, from this. California.
Shout out to the shout outs. That's as soon as joking. Talking about that California King mattress. Let's get back to the so-called serious conversation. We're gonna move forward a bit.
Stuff or their little bracelets they be having on, you will see a lot of rainbow stuff. I need to have some skin on my body that says I'm open and I'm a good person, you know?
Yeah, it's got to the point too where you hear it all the time, which we knew that was the purpose to begin with. You have people that are rainbow, that are transformers. They're just not comfortable. And the funny thing is, the more power people get, the more emboldened they become. Where things that are said now would have never been said 15, 20 years ago. But you have people now, you'll hear the transformers, you'll hear the rainbow people say now, or rainbow guys, oh yeah, I'm trying to sleep with straight men. I want a straight man. But you literally got transformers telling women that I can that I can take your man. That I can take your man. And as much as I hate to say it,
and not only that, you got women, you got transformers now that are saying I can speak for women. I can speak for women. I'm gonna sit on the panel as a woman.
They wouldn't be so comfortable. They wouldn't be so comfortable had women not open the doors for all of that. And there was a lot of women, unfortunately, that opened the doors for all of that because they said that patriarchy was bad, all of these toxic straight men. They wanted to align with any movement that they felt like to disrupt the natural roles of men and women. And now a lot of women have cut.
Now, my thing with that is, how is the gayness gonna come through the YouTube streets? I don't know where this gay person is at. He want to pop up on the panel. I let him talk on the panel. Now I've done what for the gay community? What's going on, Danner? Hey, Raw G.
Good morning, Raw. Good morning, sister. Raw. But like I was saying, Nadish, I don't care because at the end of the day, that's not the main issue. Believe it or not, the boys have gone sideways because at the end of the day, there was no one there to nurture. No, there was no man there to teach them, to develop them properly. So you got a lot of boys out here, you know what I'm saying, just trying to live life and survive, which is crazy, right? But that's just the way it is. But I have a bigger question. Why can't we just save our little community, right? Of people. We ain't got to save the whole black community. You know what I'm saying? We just need to find a group of people who say, okay, we want something different, we want something better, develop that, and then just go from there, right? Our kids can marry each other's kids, just like in any other community. Asians have their own little separate communities, you know, right? Where they don't deal with certain folks. You know, white folks have their own little separate communities, but they don't deal with certain white folk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Even Latinos.
I don't think the bourgeoisie is gonna go broke in 2053.
No, it's
the black folks has got the money. They're gonna be perfectly okay. The rest of you dudes are.
Yo, that's what they're saying at least, right? But I don't believe.
Then I guess you're gonna have to do what Tupac say. You go to the castle's door and say, "We hungry," and then you go back and they send their iRobot dogs out after you.
Not even that nice. I don't believe that. I think that there's still.
I don't think people see value in other people.
Obviously, I see value in people. I see value in community. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, I'm just not with trying to say the whole, you know, saying black community, right, as a whole. But I know there's selective cells and units that people that can get away from this and make something different. I know we could do something different. You know what I'm saying? It might not be streamlined black community, but we can build something, right? And it's just, I think we've forgotten that for real, for real. This is
I
how we
say,
build together.
I say, just do that shit.
Then I'd just be saving myself. That's why SBM.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't be just saving yourself because it's somebody you give, some layaway to get pussy every now and then. So you got that person. I think you're a little bourgeoisie. You probably got a butler. Shout out to Sir Lord ADS though for being a tech wizard and having like the life of Riley.
And look what that's gotten me.
Happiness. You seem so pleasant when you wake up in the morning. You're gentle spoken. You're not all aggressive.
Because I'm not angry doesn't mean I don't live in the reality of life. You know what I'm saying? That's different.
Wait. Living in a reality mean you need to be angry?
No. I think a lot of people wake up angry because of their reality. When they wake up in the morning, they don't see anything worth, saying they don't see any real.
So that's a lack of hope.
Exactly, like a hope and purpose. You know what
Now
I'm saying?
let me say this in real life. Where we at? This is the 26th. What's this? August. They finna take everything from me, and my behavior hasn't changed at all because I just need to find somewhere else to be, so I'm not on the streets. So they finna take everything from me. Now y'all can't be moved this way because of your condition. You just got to figure out ways. So first, put your feet down in your position and learn how to maneuver and move forward.
Facts, and I think a lot of people would do better with that as a group if they could find other people like-minded like them who are trying to do the same thing. I think that's part of the breach. I think that people are working in individuality so much so often that saying that what we're doing is basically all these individual efforts to do things for ourselves, whatever else, but collectively, it's still affecting us, right? Because even though you're the little star that shoots through the sky, doesn't mean you're not surrounded by all this other darkness, right? But as a collective, you have a brighter light, you know. But as a so let me get this right this morning. It's early. But as like a splinter or a community cell, you have a brighter light. You know what I'm saying? So you can find just a group of people. It don't have to be a lot, just 5, 10, 15 people who say, okay, we want to do this, we want to do that. Where you live at, let's all kind of, saying, circumvent, figure some of this stuff out. We'll do meetings, we'll do this and that. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what we can invest in, we'll see what we can roll with, and see if we can broaden that out, right? As a small splinter cell or group community to see what's next. Like I let me tell you about my homeboy, right? He's a Hispanic dude. Him and his friends put together, bought a house down here, right? Now everybody at the house got a nice truck now. They got 2 people when they got married, moved out of the house, got their own thing. They still own part of the house because they put, saying money down on it, whatever. And they just kind of going through life like that, right? They got a residual little anchor there, probably bringing in $700-800 a month for a room, just free money. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, they've got their own little thing going with house construction businesses, and even employed, right? So they're keeping the greases, they're keeping the wheels moving. Versus us, I think as an individual, you only have so much fire in your belly before you start saying, "I'm out of smoke." I gotta do something else. Right? I'm burnt out on all this. It's meaningless it can feel meaningless at the end of the day. Even though me personally, I am very grateful because I know what the alternative is as a man, saying in America, black man in America. I see it every day, right? I'm grateful for where I'm at, but I also know that, hey, saying I'm probably about a month and a half, 2 months, maybe 3 months out, if something, saying. And let me also go into this night. That's why we're here this morning. I didn't want to talk about it because you didn't talk about it. How are things going with the circles?
With myself,
Yeah.
it's just day by day. I'm cool so far.
Okay. I know that could be extremely tough too, man. Trying to figure out
It really ain't. I don't want to lie. It's really not. It's just that I've been talking to these governmental agencies for probably since the beginning of the year, to be honest. So that's fucking 8 months. And it's like websites that don't work no more, phone numbers that go to answer machines and don't respond. You know, St. Vincent de Paul and all these different people, they all saying they're not getting funding. So they really just leaving the people out here on the lurch. But you know, I'm still going through different channels and working with different programs, trying to find out ways to get money from a couple dollars from over here and over there. I'm selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace, trying to sell music and graphics here. Gonna learn how to do some more videography type stuff so I can give a person more of a movie type AI thing. So no. I think it's just learn more and do more.
I applaud that, Night. You haven't stopped learning and growing, man. Most guys, when they get in their 50s and 60s, they are done with that shit, right? They don't want to do nothing else. They just doing stuff like sitting around the house retired. I got a friend who just retired, man, and he don't know what to do with his life. He's just sitting around the house all day watching TV, getting high, you know. But at least you're still growing and learning. I mean, that's one thing I realized in my field too. That you gotta. It's so competitive that you really gotta be on top of your game when it comes to knowing certain stuff, and the stuff keeps changing, right? So
Yeah.
I'm constantly reading stuff on the back end. Like when we talking or doing stuff, I'm doing something. I'm usually multitasking 2 or 3 things at one time when I'm doing like different stuff. So and that goes on sometimes all day long, right? Where I'm just sending out emails, reading this new thing that came out, trying to figure that out right quick, put notes in, saying, okay, this is what I need to know. That's just a continuous thing. But I've also believed that growth is necessary in this life. No matter how old you might be, you could be 75, 80 years old, you still need to be learning something, right? It's just good for your brain. You don't want your brain going limp, because you're not learning, stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to stay sharp. At least as sharp as you can. But believe it or not, I applaud that. I mean, I like the music too. You do some good music, Nitus. You really do. Remember, you're the one who brought this to this space. People won't talk about it like that, but you're the one who broke this out. You know what I'm saying? Remember, Pay Pig? That's what got
Yeah.
everybody's attention. And then everybody start looking into the AI thing, like, oh wow, that is dope. You know what I'm saying? How do I do this? How do I do that? To the point where you kind of the whole, everybody's kind of getting in a little bit on it now, maybe a lot on it. But you were the pioneer of that. You were the maestro.
Yeah, I think they got DJs here though. They got actual DJs here.
They do. But when it comes to this space in general, you brought it to the space.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it needed to be said.
Yes, sir. 18th letter, LA Project, and Famous May or Mai.
Their nose to spike their face. And this is where we and the funny thing is
I don't think it's just I don't think it's just women though, because a lot of the ones that are doing it are men. You see what I'm saying? A lot of these transformers that are looking for a lot of the transformers that are looking for rights and they want to assert themselves, they're actually males. You see what I'm saying? So they're the ones pushing the legislation. The males that want to be females.
I get what you're saying, May, but women was their biggest supporters. We can't deny that,
That's
right?
true. Women in general, women and gays have been the biggest supporters.
And it's gotten to the point where things have reversed so much. But what the one guy was saying, it's true. In the beginning that LA played, that you have women emulating cross dresses makeup styles. Like,
I can pull that back up.
Yes,
that is true. Like a lot of that stuff is true. The big lashes and all of that other stuff, the overdone makeup, they're literally emulating Transformers and drag queens.
Well, see, there's a problem there because what happens, like I'm a natural woman, for example. And as soon as among us women, natural women start critiquing this stuff and saying, if you're an active woman doing what women do, taking care of kids, taking care of your household, you really don't have room for 3-inch nails. Other women get mad and they say, oh, you're trying to control us. And we've had these conversations, and the wigs and all the the politics around hair, it never goes anywhere. Because at the end of the day, people have personal liberation. You know what I'm saying? People gonna do what they want to do. And they don't recognize that they're blurring the lines, that you look like a man in drag. And when you tell them that, it's an insult. Yeah, it's an insult though when you say you actually look like a transformer. You don't look like a biological woman.
Look, I mean, if people are honest with themselves, like I think it was the first time that I ever, quote unquote, hired a makeup artist.
People know they look like a damn transformer. We ain't gonna do that. They know they look like somebody from RuPaul Runway. These over-exaggerated baby hers. Come on, man. These ain't fingernails, they talons. Don't look like no woman. They either look like some evil shit or some Transformer shit. Straight up. Not about you looking cute. Cute is okay.
And that's what I said about myself. So I was like, I don't even look like I look like a drag queen. Like, that's exactly like, as soon as I looked, I was like, oh, hell no. Like, you gonna have to tone some of this down, honey, because this shit is too much for me. Because I look like a drag queen. And I'm just like, how does that happen when I'm a natural born woman? That shit was crazy.
Right.
But it's true. It's true. I mean, if they're actually honest with themselves, they know that they be looking like that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the times, actually, especially when it's super exaggerated. Like, who told? I just don't know how that became the standard of anything.
And the thing is,
I think what happened was there were women who were being told in society that they don't need a beauty standard, particularly Black women, and they were thinking to themselves, well, how?
No. Let's not take something simple and make it overcomplicated. Then women was going and getting stuff that looked like a transformer. They knew it. The transformer that did it knew it. And when they got home, they nigga fucked them anyway, which normalized it. And now you can't say nothing about it. No, the reason why I went is because you niggas went. I don't care that you look like a boy about the forehead, and you went off up in them anyway. So it's really you, my guy. When you saw that bullshit, you should say, what's this clown makeup?
How do I leverage that? Let me change my hair to blonde, right? Look at what is it, Serena? Which one of them went blonde with a white man?
Yeah, Serena.
You see what I'm saying? She's on the skinny tip now. White women are skinny. Let me be skinny. I want to be more beautiful. Let me fix my nose. Let me lighten my skin. You know, the Michael Jackson effect. I think a lot of Black women got the Michael Jackson effect.
The funny thing is,
let me get my straighter hair, my blonder hair. You know, let me fix my face, change the contour of my makeup so I look funny. Let me put on these eyelashes. You know, all this weird stuff they're doing, thinking it's in the line of femininity. And the truth of the matter is, women are out of alignment with what feminine is. That's the bottom. You know.
And let me just say this real quick, man. Okay. Who are they trying to be validated by? Because
the dudes that's fucking them, we're not finna do that either. But if it's not the dude that's fucking them, it's the dude that did the makeup and the hair. So they trying to get some love from Billy Porter.
In our community, people talk a lot of crap. But Black men have always been chasing after Black women. Black men are the ones that date a majority of the women in our community. So when you start, and when I hear a lot of these certain women talk, you can tell it's a thirst for global validation. It's like being validated by the men in our community ain't good enough. We want white men. We want all these other races.
Yeah, 18. Yeah. You can't hear him?
No, I haven't been able to hear him in a second. Ooh, let me go out and come back in.
Okay, all right.
But practically, people are not being honest. You have certain, and I got to keep it real. And I know people don't like my opinion, but you have.
Before he gives his opinion, the reason why they don't got no respect for nothing is because you niggas keep fucking these motherfuckers. Let's not twist it up. It ain't that complicated. Good morning, Joy is Real Online. You got a girl that look like a very handsome lady. Eyebrows big than a motherfucker on that little bitty ass forehead. Jaw squared up from the makeup, and you run it deep all off up in them guts. And then once you listen to a couple YouTube videos, you go, I don't want you to wear that hair hat no more. And you be like, where did this come from? I can't wear my mask no more. She probably break up with you first, partner. Because they stand on business more than y'all do. I'm going to come in this motherfucker with 5-inch nails on with points on them like talons. Can't even wash your ass with that. I don't cook. I don't clean. Cardi B do, though. I believe it's music, but when what's Cardi B daughter name? Came up in the room, she covered her ears. I'm not finna let my daughter listen to Wet Ass Pussy, even though it's my song. All this shit is miserably sad. But a lot of adults are going along to get along. They want to be friends with their babies. So if Quiet on the Creek is a new TikTok song, they're going to do a dance to it, not even understanding that's some gay shit. You got to be quiet on the creek because there's probably some real men around. That's crazy work.
Certain women within our community too that have a deep inferiority complex and it gets swept under the rug because they feel like that these group of women are on a pedestal or they're on a higher pedestal than us, and it ain't got nothing to do with black men in some cases. Some cases it's just the fact that they feel that they want to be globally validated the way that they think that they see these other races of women globally validated. They want that.
I think we definitely want to be. We don't want to be seen or categorized as the least desirable out of all the women in the world.
But see, that's not to black men. But they turn around and they scapegoat black men for that.
But
and they scapegoat. Let me just finish. They scapegoat black men for that. They scapegoat black men for that. LA. When in reality, they want to chase after these other groups of men that don't really want them like that. And that's the part where we're not being honest.
That's really it right there. That's really it.
Well, I think that's both. That's kind of like what I kind of gather, honestly, even when it comes to people, the men who, pedestalize the other groups of women, and it's like, oh, when I go to Thailand, they treat me like a celebrity. And I'm just like, you don't know why they're doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
LA, do you think that comes from? Don't get me wrong. I'm not for the tit for tat. But I do understand. Do you think that comes from? You got women on here that saying black men ain't never built nothing, we ain't never established nothing, we ain't never created nothing. We down low, we rainbow, we chase after other women, we all in jail. We ain't on. We not on the same level as our women. Our women have well excelled and passed us. This is all coming from like the women who announce that they're better than their own men. Even though a lot of this stuff is lies, it's not even true. But so I'm trying to understand, what is a man to do when you met with that type of vitriol and aggression and hatred?
I mean, is that every woman that you talk? You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I see it the same way as weak nigga shit. Okay, and what I mean by that is, oh, you ain't got no man anyway. Oh, don't nobody want you anyway, ugly bitch, because I wanted your number, but now you told me no, so now you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you're the least desirable to me. Oh, your pussy stank. Like, oh, to me, that's all weak nigga shit. Like, why can't you just see it as whenever you hear something from a woman, that's some weak bitch shit? But a lot of women don't think that way.
They're the loudest and they are the majority when it comes to leading. They're the ones they're the majority when it comes to leading the female arguments. I got to keep it real. And but then people steady asking, you say all of this about men, but yet you still steady asking men to do stuff or help with the community or how dare they do this, and it just don't make no sense to me. I'm talking about for if this narrative is that black men is so horrible, it just don't make no sense to me.
I think that is unfortunately, a lot of the negative, minority is just. That's what people choose to. I don't know why people choose to pay attention to that stuff and why they're highlighted so much. Like, I swear, when I came on here, I got labeled with the mammy and all that bullshit because the type of men that I am surrounded by, like the men that I know, they're not like anything like what I'm hearing. But then also, as I'm listening to not only married men, but army vets and all these men who are supposedly like, oh, we should just respect you and I've accomplished things or whatever. And I hear how horribly they talk about black women. To me, it's just like it's the same thing. That's just a weak nigga that I'm looking at. I'm not looking at somebody who actually appreciates the feminine, who actually knows or is surrounded by good women in their life. Probably the only good person that they knew was their grandmama and their wife. Okay, and shouts out to them. But thankfully, you know what I'm saying? Like, some of us, we have seen good examples around us to the point where we don't look in general at the opposite sex in a certain way. So when I hear that shit, whether it comes from a woman or a man, I'll just be like, oh, that's that weak shit right there. Because you can't have your way. So now you're trying to break somebody down because you can't have what you want.
Yeah, well, as much as I hate to say it, that's as much as I know you don't think like that, LA, and so maybe the same thing can be said for me. I know you don't think like that, you don't have that mentality, but right now, as a woman, that's your representation.
No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. AT.
It's cool. I understand that. I understand. I wouldn't agree. I wouldn't want to agree with the negative stereotypes that's portrayed on black men, but I have to swallow the pill and say that's the representation of black men. That whether it's right or wrong, even though I know it's a lie, that's what people see when they see, and that's what's being pushed. And it's been a lot of women that have a lot of vitriol in our community and anger and hate towards black men. And a lot of the times, this is the misconception. A lot of the times, black men ain't even done enough.
Listen, there's always going to be in any population some bitter people, like leftover bitter people. And when I say leftover, I'm not saying whether they're single or married, okay? I'm not meaning their status. I mean leftover people as in they're just not fit for certain functions in society. They're leftovers. You know what I mean? You'll have that in the job market. There's some people that are just not fit for getting a job. There are some people who are just not fit for functional relationships and friendships and stuff like theirs. They're not fit. And what I would argue is that you have a lot of online people who are unfit and they come to a cesspool, a watering hole, and they get their poison that they need every day to kind of sustain themselves. This is what I see. Because before the Kevin Samuels and the Manosphere stuff came on my radar, I didn't see any of this stuff. And I talk about that all the time. My environment dictates a lot too. The environment that you're in dictates a lot. The circle of people that you put yourself around, the type of family you come from, all these things influence. When you have a whole circle of friends and networks, right? Black networks
of assholes or creeps or people you protected that did some fucked up shit when you was younger that everybody's protected. Nah, you gonna probably have to make some enemies. Speaking of somebody that know how to deal with enemies. No.
Come on in.
Playing, it's always a treat when players leave.
Good morning, Sharon.
Good day to your night. How you feeling, ADS?
What's up, Sharon?
Do you think that the idea of people doing thankless jobs is up out of the conversation? Everybody's just selfish. They just want benefits them individually.
What you mean by that? You mean in workforce or you mean
being coaches, being mentors, being teachers, being nurses, being doctors?
No, I think those jobs are still strong, and I think they fulfilling still. I think it's really about the personality of the person. I don't think there's nothing wrong with those jobs. I think people should still strive for those jobs. It helps the community. Those jobs is very community based. If you're a community based human being, I think those jobs is awesome. Just got to figure out a way to make extra money on the side when you get some of those jobs, like coaching. You know what I'm saying?
I believe we began this show off with a young lady who was doing streams with Sauce Walker, and now that they fell out, she said he's demonic and all the whatever, but she was winning for months. Then we followed that up listening to LA Project, talking about the Saucy Santanas and all these other people that was violated by a family member or something when they was really young. And the years later, the ramifications of that and how the predator or the person who did it is protected.
Yeah, now that is a very serious offense. I think it's not happening anymore. I think society has adjusted, especially our community. We are not into protecting the creepy uncle anymore. It's less than what it was when me and you was growing up. I think they are quick to kick those type of people out the family now. Ain't nobody's going to accept the creepy uncle looking at the young man or the young lady anymore. We know who they are, and they're going to get their ass up. They're going to get kicked out the family. We don't play that shit no more.
So today in 2026, would you say it's better than it was in 1986, 1996?
Yeah, I think the awareness of these creeps and the awareness of not protecting these human beings is much higher today. People are holding those people accountable. So yes, 100% people are not accepting that type of ideology at all. And this is why a lot of people don't have the grandmothers watching the children and the aunties anymore. People don't trust their own family members because of all the things that happened previous generations.
Yeah, so my thing I'm always saying is this: the thing that's destroying us, we're imploding, exploding. I mean, imploding and exploding is because I talk about like pride in ownership, pride in last name, pride in family, and I think that's gone.
So I don't think that part is gone. I don't know. I think I'm in a mixed bag with that. Like I think the pride in family just got smaller, meaning that the pride in your family means like your immediate household. It's not the whole big household and the family reunion style pride in the family anymore. So I kind of agree. I agree with that part of it. But
Yeah.
like the solitude household, yeah, people still have pride in that part.
Okay, so let's stay right there. So do you have a dynamic when you come home, y'all sit down at the dining room table and all have a conversation kind of often?
Yes.
Okay, that's I call that healthy. People don't do that.
Yeah, we attempt to eat as much as we can with each other, especially with the kids getting older. It's getting a little bit more difficult because everybody have different eating times now, especially with depends on their after school activities. So it's getting a little bit more difficult to maintain that. But we try to eat with each other as much as possible. Try to watch movies with each other as much as possible, and still keep a family knit. And it's getting tougher to have the extended family knit to participate in those type of situations, though.
Yeah, I think that part is a important part also. Whatever aunts and uncles and cousins that's on a reasonable mind playing field where they understand what the outcomes that we want to achieve is, and we all on the same page. Because you want to just because they family, yeah, just go there because we don't know what they doing over there. Um, I'm gonna go back to LA though, because she is talking about Saucy Santana, the cousin that got him. She started off the show with this brother that's on camera right now saying that any man that's attracted to the average black woman is borderline rainbow because the black woman is so far away from femininity. She is so independent. I could do it by myself, strong or whatever else. That there's something wrong with you if you mess with her.
That's kind of crazy.
Friends, and you
that's
see
wild.
couples that are building amazing businesses. It's very
Love it,
difficult to
love it.
buy into these.
Yeah,
It's
love
very
it.
difficult to buy into these things. You understand? When I see lots of couples that's been together in my neighborhood, I have 400 units, and almost all of them are couples that have been together for 30, 40 years. It's very difficult for me to buy into everybody's angry with the other sex, and there's a battle and there's a war, and the gender is going to just. I cannot. That's not the
Well, it's
world I'm
not
living
like
in.
I don't think a lot of I understand that's your world. That's not your world, maybe, but that don't mean it don't exist either. It just means that that's not your world. But from what
Yeah,
I've
I
seen
would
growing
suggest
up, it's like,
that people change their environments and change your circles and change your status or
but
whatever you're dealing with. You got a
but
choice of what you want to see. Go ahead.
No. Just go approach a man and go approach a woman and be honest in what you saying to them. It ain't that complicated. Why y'all making it seem like the old things don't work? People nowadays are scared of cold approach because of the Me Too movement and all other stuff. They think they approach a woman, she gonna snap. But you
I
gotta
think
guys have
man,
you gotta have some nuts though, partner.
yes, that's the part I was about to say. I think a lot of men are just they just cowards. They afraid of rejection. Like, so what if she snaps? She say something crazy to you, say get the f out my face. Just get out of her face. You don't need to
Yeah,
combat it and
yeah.
say why you acting like you don't need to. She snaps and she say something crazy to you on the first hello. Walk away.
Yeah,
It's
you
okay. Not every woman's gonna react to you in this negative, angry way. Majority of women are gonna say hello back. Simple.
yeah, just be okay with rejection. We got comfortable with that when we were teens. So we really don't care now that we old men. This stuff is wild that these people be holding on to. But let's go back to it. This is LA Project, famous Mai, the alchemist, talking to the 18th letter.
yeah, and I think that would be the same. But when it's that's easy to say, but when you're pushing that narrative out there to shape people's viewership of how they view the certain sex, I think a lot of us just don't want to deal with what's actually going on when it comes to that. And the thing is that you have a lot of people. I don't want to get into it, but I was asking, but see, another thing too, people think that whole Kevin Samuels thing is new. That's not nothing new. A lot of these conversations have been going on amongst black men. Even when I was young, I used to ask myself, why certain women got these negative attitudes that they look at me up and down like I done something to them, and different things like that. A lot of brothers have been asking these questions. And
What kind of hold on, wait, 18. What kind of environments are these brothers in? I'm asking not to be funny. I'm asking authentically. Are these blue collar men who have female bosses and they're catching flack
yes,
on the
I
job?
dealt with it. I dealt with it myself, having female bosses. I dealt with it myself. Yes, I've seen it. I dealt with
In
women
blue collar work? I'm trying to be specific.
when I worked at Sam's Club, I had 2 female managers try to talk to me like I was a boy because they couldn't and didn't know anything about the department that I worked in. And I'm trying to literally tell them, wait, hold on. I'm trying to literally tell them, and then just throwing their weight around. Oh, we run this. You gonna do what we tell you. Like, I'm like, but if I talk to a white manager, it's gonna be something completely different, and that's sad to say. But yes, a lot of this stuff, the misandry amongst black men does exist. When you do have certain
What he's saying right now is BS. Like we all know that managers in totality, not in general, they usually be assholes. They want things run a certain way, and that's how they usually get their position. You could know more than most managers and how things are supposed to be done on the floor versus how corporate wants you to do it. But the manager's gonna come in and throw his weight around. This is something that happens all the time. This is the reason why a lot of people call managers assholes and don't know what they're doing. But for some reason, because it's a woman, especially a black woman, he feels like it is out of order for her to say anything or have that manager spirit that they usually have. It's insane to me to hear, actually.
I just think if you need a forklift driver around, have a few of them in there. Whatever it is that you need to do, just be efficient at it and be available. It's not that complicated. And if the manager's an asshole, get to know him. If you're comfortable with him, stay there. If you can't deal with it, get away from him. You don't want it to escalate into something more complicated. But we all need these jobs. So you're gonna have to adjust and adapt to the environment that you are in. That's a part of
job you get.
Yeah. No matter what the job is.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if it's a male or female too.
Yeah, that don't matter either. No. Because I'm sure if Dapper Dan was your boss, he would come in there and tell you that stitch is off, this ain't lining up with this, and your ass gonna have to do it again. And you should be thriving for perfection when you do it, so you won't have to do it again. It's not this complicated. Y'all just have to have pride in having a job.
women that's within our community that's in a position of power, they do try to look down on black men, challenge you if they can, or literally try to throw you under the bus. That does happen.
Okay. Let me say this. I agree with you that that's probably true. I've heard that on the internet. I ain't experienced it, but I've heard that multiple people have said that. Multiple men have said they discussed these things, and consistently, most of it has been like blue collar work. Like everyday people's work. Not necessarily a profession. Where you have standards and ethics, and you can be taken into HR and they take it serious. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where there's no checks and balances. So among blue collar men, they have complained for sure that when women, particularly black women, get to be their bosses or even work beside them, try to boss them around. And I think that comes from the women probably come from a place of poverty, and they've never had any power in their life. They've probably been dumped on and shitted on and bottom of the barrel. And so when they do get a position of power, just like that mama last night.
Damn, I can't believe that either. You think that's a real thing, Sharon? They've been dumped on, shitted on, the color purple, Mr.
Hey, no, it's I don't know what we really. It's like sometimes when I hear these conversations from the outside, it seems like people that haven't lived real life or have a real understanding of the expectations of how society is actually moving. Every day somebody's dealing with an asshole boss. Every day somebody's dealing with a male boss that do not have no power at home.
Worse than that. This is why I say when people have these conversations, I don't know if it's China or Japan, but they have nets outside of the buildings so that people can't jump out the buildings and delete themselves. Sweatshops.
Right. So that I don't understand. Like we all seen that mall cop, we seen that mall cop that think he's a real cop. We see that supervisor that is moving like he's the boss of the whole company. No matter what job you do, you see it through life. If you move through the ranks of life, you're going to see it. And it doesn't matter if it's a male or female. If they have some issues in life, a lot of them that become managers, they are going to take it out on their workers.
They think they're doing the right thing also. I forget that mall cop I used to watch. That it was a mall where you had to walk from this side to get in the store or that side. And he was tasing people and doing, but they constantly was testing him. But my thing was y'all BSing because that man ride the subway station to get to work. He didn't drive to the back of the job, and he got on the subway station with everybody else with all his gear on early in the morning before the damn mall opened up their gates.
Right, 100%.
And he's there every day.
Every day. But if that was a black woman, they would see she got a little bit of power, she power tripping. No, bro. It's life. People be tripping sometimes. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know why they have this so like it's like they don't believe that black women should have the audacity to be a normal human being and go through normal situations and possibly take advantage of power or be a little mean, be a little aggravated. She don't gotta be nice to your ass. She don't know you.
Shout out to Badass Thing. That was his name. His name was Darren Long. He went to jail for trying to do his job because they used to be surrounding him and threatening him. It was crazy. They would send women in there. Sometimes they'd use babies as decoys. I used to be fascinated with Darren Long, and that man ended up getting arrested. But he did tase a couple of women. He did tase the F out of a couple of women. He did do that. But they was doing the most. The dudes was doing the most too. Because they basically just grinding in front of that little mall right there. And his thing is, long as you don't make it obvious. And it's like they couldn't do nothing but make it obvious. And then threaten him. What's going on, Red Scorpion? We got 33 people in the building. I've been here 3 hours. Sharon, when are you starting your show? Do you do work on Thursdays?
Yeah, I forgot the exact time. Shortly though.
Okay, so I'm gonna holler at y'all a little bit longer. We're gonna wait for Sharon to start his show, and then I will redirect y'all there because I'm tired of you sons of bitches that don't want to share no scratch. Shout out to the people who did though. Yeah, we're gonna get back to LA Project, 18th Letter, and My the Alchemist.
I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I did. I was over there.
You see? Yeah. And so some people, let me just say this real quick, and I'll be quiet. Hold on, real quick. I'll just say this and be quiet. I think that is a human issue. Anytime people are disempowered and they've always been the bottom of the barrel and they're unempowered, they are going to take the first chance they get to show out with somebody they think is beneath them. So go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I was just going to say what you saw with that mother was not that's normal. That happens a lot. Like I saw that growing up. Maybe not in the sense of her forcing him to lay down, but mothers talking to their sons like they crazy, trying to emasculate their sons. That was nothing new. That's why you have certain men that are scared to say anything. Or whatever that they say is going to be challenging. Man, that's just women, man. Because that's how they was brought up, and it leads to a lack of self-respect or this idea that that's just the women, they can just talk to you any kind of way, and that's the way that it is, and it's a bunch of BS. But I saw that a lot growing up.
Do you think they do it to their daughters too?
They do it, yeah. They do it to their daughters. It's different, but they definitely do it to their daughters to the point everybody leave and get the hell out and don't come back. Everybody so it does happen. It does happen. Yes.
I definitely agree with May. I've been kind of saying the same thing. I hate going back and forth. I think a lot of stuff is character flaws in people in general. You know what I'm saying? A lot of broken people, walking around just reacting to shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta pick and choose, especially since we're old enough. Like we just disregard the nonsense, man. Like we should know, this person is not a stable person.
You're right, but it's the nonsense is so strong.
I just think it's a minority of people that's the loud, squeaky wheel. Everybody's not walking around here crazy. How can do you understand? Just us walking around on this globe in the middle of nowhere and gravity, and everything, that alone is miracles. It's nothing but it's a lot of miracles happening that you take them for granted. You got to be taking all the miracles for granted for you to wake up and say, I'm pissed off. I hate everything. What? What? You can DoorDash, you can Uber Eats, you can Instacart, Amazon to deliver it at your front. You don't even have to leave your house in 2026 unless you want to. What the fuck are you so pissed off about? Somebody help me understand. I'm going to do this though. Now we're going to go over to the awakening. Yada's wife is divorcing him and blah, blah, blah. So shout out to LA Project. Appreciate you, sister. Shout out to 18th Letter. 18th Letter, everybody out there damn mind. Man, woman, and child. They all got some kind of excuse for doing all of the effery. We're gonna go over here to a whole new group of people though,
Just
because
the
we like to move it
consequence.
around.
It's all just a consequence of 30 years of the same kind of degenerate behavior, right? That we kind of participating in. This is just the outcome of that, the result, man. You know what I'm saying? Now everybody crazy, right? I mean,
They
everybody
not really. They living vicariously through other crazy people.
they crazy, bro. These folks out here, especially black folks I've seen lately, have been going insane a little bit, especially when it comes to the money thing. The money squeeze is real, man. I got I don't even want to talk about it. It's just like it's insane out here, right? For a lot of folks. And they, but you know what I'm saying, they'll get through it. We all get through it, right? But it's right now it's just like really crazy because I think it's this. I think there's just too many single people amongst us, right? That everybody's looking for value and purpose in the situation, but don't want to give up their own selfish indications, right? You know, 18th ain't all wrong about what he's saying, but in reality, though, I mean, how does this benefit us, right? Because we're all going different directions right now. How do we bring this thing in? Is there a solution to bring this thing in with each other besides I gotta kiss somebody? Well, it depends on who ass it is. I don't mind kissing some of these women ass like they look, you know what I'm saying? That's cool with me. But
The problem with that argument is a problem that used to be in this space, which is the argument about the educated lame and the pookie. So the pookie ain't got all your money and whatever else. He just has some raw masculinity that somehow gets to her natural urges. So the thing is, teach your sons jujitsu, boxing, take them to the range, and if you got a couple dollars, take them to a couple of places on the globe. So when they get older, they have a conversation to actually talk about. Well, my dad took me to ride horses. Me and dad used to go hiking. You know, so they have an actual conversation to have with somebody. I think people with dads are in good position, but I also think people that come from single mom homes can be perfectly fine also when they mother know how to put them with the right mentors and coaches and teachers and everything else. A lot of people are doing well that people not giving credit to. They come from single parent homes, and it's a minority of them that's acting a fucking fool, and this is loud squeaky wheel. But that's not the majority of us.
I think the majority of us are doing okay altogether. I think most of us have jobs, careers. We're looking to, you know, what I'm saying, balance our lives out and do well. I just think we were taught the wrong kind of thinking early on, right? You have to balance out the money and the love, romance. All that stuff has to be balanced along the way. People say, oh, don't do this at 25, don't do this at 25, 26. But the vast majority of couples getting married ain't in their 40s and 50s and 60s. They're in their 20s, right? 30s.
But what's
You know,
old? Well, I mean, what's new about that though?
it's that, you know what I'm saying? I just don't think we grasp the concept of, okay, you
I
need
got
to
married
balance
when
out
I
the
was
money.
24.
Exactly, exactly,
August 20th, when I was 24.
exactly.
And I can say it's better to build with somebody because when you establish something, you can't say you wasn't in the gym with me. Yes, you was. Y'all built that together.
A lot of folks don't realize because they don't hear about it that millionaires delete themselves every day because they're lonely. You know what I'm saying? Friends and family, you know what I'm saying? Whatever that is, ain't sufficeful because you have a deeper kind of, how do you say, impulse or instinct, right? That you need to be with your family, your wife, and you need to have, say, be raising your children, or at least with your wife, saying long term, your girlfriend is something. But all this singleness in the black community is just a side, say, it's just a result of all the stuff we've done along the way, man. So
And
this
it's
this
and
is just
it's
an add on.
influencing more singleness.
Facts.
You got people saying, "Oh, it's great being alone."
It's
No, it
not
ain't.
great being alone. I've had the like some of the sweetest condos, man. I had a house, man, that was so dope. But I was there by myself for a minute, right? I didn't like being by myself, so I brought a chick in. Me and her lived together for about 2 or 3 years, and that was gravy. Nowadays, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot harder to find, right? Because of what people are looking for. You know what I'm saying? I, I can't have you up under me checking my pockets. You know what I'm saying? What's the word for it? pocket watching me, what I'm doing, how I'm living. I just know saying I just want your love, your commitment. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you in here no saying managing my money. And that's a big thing, right? You know what I'm saying? I want to collectively build something with somebody, but it just man, let's put it this way. Last summer, man, I had 3 or 4 different flings, man, and it was crazy. But I still, at the end of all that, no girlfriend. This is 2 years of me being single, and it really pisses me off at this point. A whole 2 years, and man, at this point, I don't know
But
what.
here's the thing though. What's wrong with sixes?
Nothing wrong with sixes to me. Ain't never
It
nothing.
must it must be.
Put it this way, I'm an imperfect person. She's imperfect. You know what I'm saying? You got to know how to mesh that. It's more about the coexistence than the other crap, right? People say, oh, she looks like this. Yeah. That's a fully functional woman.
You got a cold approach. Maybe make some sliders
No,
with
there we
some,
go.
Hawaiian rolls or something. Get you a blanket and a charcuterie board. Maybe some different chocolates from C's Candy. It's ways to do this, brother.
All right. You and my dad both preaching that. My dad, like, he really freaking out. Like, man, what's going on with you? You know what I'm saying? Do you need, you know what I'm saying, what I'm saying, need a class or something, man? He said, you single 2 years and this is crazy.
No,
He
you
said,
that this manosphere stuff is eating you up.
not even that as much as just simply being single for this. It does something to your marbles.
You listen. It's vagina all around you. I don't care if she pour your coffee in the morning. I don't care if she buy you when you getting your shoes shine. I don't care if she's at the local library. She's all around you. You just ignoring her.
Nice. I didn't. Okay, everybody's saying the same thing, but me. Like I said, I had a. I mean, if you talk about summer fun, I had a hot boy summer last summer, a real hot boy summer chick. But at the end of the day, when I wake up this morning, guess what? No wife, no girlfriend.
So so
All that's
so
gone.
so so
Yeah,
so so posting her clarity is you couldn't get the job done where she would stay around you.
that's what it comes down to, the facts, right?
Mm. So all that working out. How many lunges and dips and burpees and
Oh, nice. I
uh
average 3 miles a day. Been averaging 3 miles a day now for the last couple of years. I literally got run every day.
you need some blue chew.
No, Nighters. That's all good down there. It's just the point of, I mean, even from what I understand from other people who have found somebody, right? Because I got
So you
friends
go
who,
through the motions but you don't feel nothing.
oh, I mean, it's good for the minute, but once the minute's up, it's over. It's temporary. It's
Mm.
so that's the mind state I've kind of gotten to at this point. That moment is temporary, right? The next day, you know what I'm saying? That moment's over, gone, right? And then you just stuck with the days after, and you still
Oh,
don't have.
let me say this while Sharon up here because I don't know. Let me play the plane because you belong with it. But listen, I went to do the thing where you can put people voices in, and the thing is saying that okay, I put a voice in, then it want me to do me singing something. So I guess you can only put your own personal voice in, or you need the person who voice you putting in to come in and do this test thing where you sing into the thing the lyrics. So it is not as simple as I thought it was. So yeah, I thought just
Okay.
putting another voice in was you just drop it in there. But of course, it had to
Okay.
be some effortry connected to it.
Thank you for checking it out for me. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
yes, sir, yes, sir. Um, Lord ADS, do you want to add any more to that thing about you sleeping with everything around here, but none of them is worth keeping at the house?
I had a couple good leads this summer. One of them, you know, what I'm saying, I just wasn't into it as much with her. She was really sweet, man, super cool. I liked her, but I just didn't really. I wasn't into it. She had too much going on. She had an ex-husband that was hanging around all types of wives. I didn't like that. I left her alone, but she was
So you
great.
like that dangerous shit?
Yeah, that was dangerous for me because that nigga would pop up one time 2 o'clock. I'm in her bed 2 o'clock in the morning. This nigga pop up at the door talking about he want his kids. I was like, man,
That
come
it.
on, bro.
That's cliche.
That's crazy.
Never wanted his kids until you got there.
And she said that too. Now he's dad of the year. She said he hadn't seen his kid like in weeks. Now all of a sudden you pop up. Now all of a sudden he's dad of the year. You know what I'm saying? He's here every other day again. You know, right? Taking the kid out, spending time with his kids, all this other stuff. You know. And I was going to tell her last time. I said, why don't you just let him go ahead and take the kids with him for the summer? Let him, you know what I'm saying? Let him get up out of here, right? But that wasn't none of my business to intrude upon, especially early on in dating.
It's not, but it's okay to try.
Yeah, probably would have been worth it. Put it that way, peace. But yeah, man, the second one, me and her still cool. She moved up out of state. She went back to where she came from, Maryland, right? She moved back in with her mom because her and her mom were having, you know, saying her mom needed her up there, so she had to go back. But that was in damn August, July. I was in late July when all that shit happened.
Okay.
Now we're in August. My goal was to get off the market this summer because I don't like being single.
So the men aren't the leaders, the women are. You trying to find somebody to make you honest.
I've been honest the whole time, man. I ain't never tried to lie. I mean, I ain't gonna. I'm not the type who believes in telling you something to your face and then expecting you to be okay with it.
I got a song for you. Like to hear it? Here it go.
No, sir. I know what this is gonna be.
Wireless wake up show. We get it cracking, no acting. Say what you say, but bring facts with it. I'm Sharon Bracy, come face me. All love. But we saw the case be. Boom, boom. Hey, this the Wireless wake up show. Lights on, case closed. With sips on deck, no capping. Just proof exposed. Facts. Challenge me, let's see what's happening. We don't pretend. Nah. Sharon Bracy, come face me. Truth gon' win. Night turns to evidence. Mics, receipts in the file. We talk that street gospel. Broadcast live. Wireless wake up show. The truth unfold. Ain't no games, we chasing facts, we taking hold. Lights low in the studio, the tension thick. Chat scrolling, comments heavy, they expecting this. Look, I drop a jewel, it explodes, scatter in the crowd. Boom, 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 boom. You talk tough in the ends, but vanish when it's loud. I've been smelling smoke, fakeries and fraud. Boss frontin' in the streets, but the paperwork flawed. Receipts stacked tall, timelines crossing the line. This is ghetto court with a beat and a rhyme. Bring your courage, bring your proof, or get exposed tonight. I ain't afraid of the truth, I live for the fight. I'm Sharon, I call your name, come stand right here. It's all love, but the case gotta end this year. It's the Wildest Wake Up Show. Wake up like
It's the Wildest Wake Up Show, Sir Lord ADS. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. Not
Yes,
like
sir.
that. You know what I'm saying? That's dope.
I try, sir.
Yes, sir.
And by the way, my audience love it as well, by the way, too.
Thank you, everyone. But yeah, I'm waiting for Sharon to go ahead and start his show so I can sing y'all to him because I'm tired of you people now.
I'm gonna start it in 5 minutes. I'm just trying to do a thumbnail.
Okay, all right. We was last talking with we moving forward. We're gonna move forward to this little bit here. And I'll come back later on and continue this whole Yada Awakening, DV, blah, 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 blah. Full screen. Are we in focus? We are. We got the playback speed at 145. Playback speed is normal. Right there. Let's go.
I think that it's a stripping kind of thing. Like, oh, you look good. Like, come here real quick. Like,
They have testosterone. We don't.
yeah,
I
like
don't
it's
know
just
why
a
they be
natural
acting like
thing
they
for
don't know
women
that.
I know.
They're constantly
guys
horny.
always talk about their women and say, like, yeah, I just want to. I'm like, okay. So I don't know. I don't know a lot of.
Yeah, it's niggas up there. When she just blurred out there constantly horny. Is you niggas constantly horny? Because I'm not. So maybe it's just old age or whatever else. But no, a nigga not constantly horny.
Men that's like sitting there tripping about a woman not initiating sex. Like,
I don't either.
I don't think that it's a
Don't even
tripping
the
kind
woman
of
to
thing.
Initiate it like that.
I don't think it's tripping, but they want to feel desired too. So you can't just like sit around and wait and hope and think. You know what I mean? Like he wants to feel like you want them too. and he's initiating all the time because you're not. So it's like, what's the other option? Just to let it go by the wayside?
No, like you can give your man compliments. You can do things for your man. You can surprise him. Like there's other ways.
They don't care nothing about your compliment.
I do. So I mean, I don't know. Like maybe they don't, but it's like if your man looks good or smells good or something like that, there's nothing wrong with. Maybe you look good. Like I like the way. There's always a compliment to give, in my opinion. So it's just kind of like there's nothing wrong with that. And again, I'm not saying you shouldn't initiate. I'm just saying I've never heard it to where I've never heard a man complain about it or like you know what I'm saying, feel a way about it because they're most of the time doing it. To me, it's most of the time a man doing that. So
I see women bitching on the internet.
They don't talk to us
it's
about
not real men in real time doing this shit.
They're not gonna say it's us.
They need some clicks and views, so they're gonna say the most hyperbolic shit.
Like, but you don't even have to. I'm gonna say 9.5% of the time. So it just, I don't know, it just depends.
Me and Sanchez was talking. You could have doubled the content. That's crazy.
Can we not tonight? You seem like your own. Like,
Nigga, I laughed. Shut the fuck up. I was laughing.
Like, I'm talking, so who cares? But yeah, I don't know.
Be nice, y'all. But anyway, I think just like they like random compliments, they like random head probably even more.
They do. For sure.
I don't think they should get it randomly. It should be like,
shit. Cut the mic straight over here. I don't think we should get
Controversy. Now, this is supposed to be about Yada awakening, and that has turned into compliments, random compliments to random oral. Y'all, I'm only waiting for Sharon to start the show so I can go the fuck to sleep. I'll see y'all around about 1 or 2 or something like that.
All right, I'm gonna go start it right now, Dyke. I'm gonna go do it right now.
All right. Yeah, man.
I'm gonna get my whining ass.
I've been up all night with y'all. I've been watching Witch Doctor and AB and Dean. Yeah. It's a lot going on. I got a lot of governmental agencies I got to write to and probably go physically go visit. Oh, this shit is annoying. Let's see. Let's go back to
Nightish.
thinks it's called Room 9.
Damn, my mic dead or something?
Nice,
I got dropped.
Random head. Did you say it should be a They gotta deserve it.
Yeah, he did something.
He cut the grass.
That nigga paid the bill. That nigga paid the mortgage this month. Come on, nigga. Like what?
Regardless, something.
He's like, you got me something. What's my birthday? Come on over. This is
I mean, it should be. I didn't say earn it, but it should be a reward. Like if he did something.
Nigga, earn reward.
What about he woke up and was breathing? Like, why is that not good enough?
Because
He's not having a good day.
a lot of the time, women even think doing that is a chore. So I mean, if it's gonna be random, she should probably be in the mood
you suck
to do
it and you're down there too long.
I think in a healthy
No pun
relationship,
intended.
sex should not feel like a chore. There should be something that you want to do, that you look forward to doing, that you know makes him happy, so you do it. Like
it's a chore. I don't care about what make him happy.
This is crazy. Cut her mic. At the cord.
She has a right to her opinion.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sorry, Molly.
Her opinion is fuck making him happy. Don't nobody give a fuck about making him happy. And y'all heard her say it. Let me go over here and make sure I get this redirect together while I'm still halfway lucid. WY. Let's see. Let's make sure we get this in there. Because I'll tell you, I'm on vapors right now. I'm damn near asleep in this chair. Cappy. Paste it there. W, okay. Say that. Now we're going to content. Live details, customize, and down to redirect. Right. And we see Chanel's reality, and we see Black excellence, and we see the wildest wake up show. And this is the one that is not the vertical. We need to talk. Save that. And then I want to go over here and say to all you beautiful people, I am super tired, but I want to highlight the $5 I got from A-Dub and the $10 that I got from A-Dub. My goal is $50. I got 15 of it. They're going to take 30% of this $15, and that would be $1. So that's $4.50 out of the 15. So I'll get $10.50 for myself. Thank you for the $10.50 that I'll get on the 21st. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'll be back around 1 or 2, but for now, I'll just sample. Get this off the screen. Get the beautiful A-Dubs $15 that he spent, and I appreciate it, A-Dub. I know you're out there in Alaska. But for now, I want everybody to be great.
We'll shut this motherfucker down!
That's all, folks.